And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
And we shall overcome.
Impromptu celebrations erupted outside the White House.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence.
And then I started talking. Can y'all hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. Can y'all hear me? I need thumbs up in the chat. Can you hear the brother talk? Thumbs up if you can hear me, man. The Illuminati, excuse me, I don't want to say the Illuminati. Let me take that out. I don't want to say nothing about, they don't want a brother to speak on these type of things right here. They don't want you to speak out here. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to talk about the truth. I don't know what just happened. I was just live and they shut my whole shit down quick. They shut it down quick. But we talking about 3-Eye Atlas tonight. I don't know if y'all know anything about 3-Eye Atlas. Real quick, let me shout out to the chat, man. Salute to the family in the building. Shout out to my sister Angie Baby in the building. Hey, man, much love and respect to Angie Baby. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Insane in the building. My brother. Shout out to Insane. Y'all go sub to Insane, man. He doing a hell of a job. Man, we might end up talking about Chauncey Billups and the whole FBI. That's some nonsense going on over there, respectfully. Shout out to Ernest Johnson in the building. You feel me? Shout out to my big sister Quee in the building. Quee. We had a great show the other night. Look. We got to talk about this 3-Eye Atlas situation. We got to talk about this situation. A lot of people don't know nothing about it. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to my sister Shawa. Shawa had, hey, look, they kicked me off, sis. They kicked me off, and then I had to restart my computer. I had to do a lot of things just to go live. Y'all ain't never seen it happen like this. I ain't never seen it happen like this. But man, this 3-Eye Atlas thing that's going on right now is so interesting to me, right? I don't know who knows anything about it. I'm going to drop the link early because we get started late. But y'all know, we finna cook on this as far as 3-Eye Atlas goes, right? I think this is a very important situation. I think it's a interesting situation. Let me put it over here. There we go right there. Make sure I'm good. Nope. All right, there we go. The link is dropped in the chat, man. If y'all want to pull up, y'all feel free. Let me pin that to the top. All right, it's pinned. Look, this 3-Eye Atlas situation is wild to me. So I've been looking at it, right? I'm paying attention, watching, seeing what's going on. And the interesting thing to me is that, so now we've gotten to a point, first off, let's talk about what it is, because I don't know if everybody understands what it is. This is, I'm going to use the word object, right? If you go back, the reason they call it 3-Eye is because you've had two other, what they would call interstellar objects to come through our solar system, right? You had one eye, you had two eyes. One was Mua or some shit like that. And the other one, I don't even remember the name of it. Respectfully. I remember watching it, but I don't remember the name of it. Well, you have comets come through our solar system all the time. Let me turn the music down just a tad bit. Let me turn the music down. It's a little loud in my ears. Crazy work. All right, there we go. You got things that come through our solar system on a regular basis, right? But what you don't have is these things coming through our solar system, and for them to be moving, first off at the rate of speed, and then being able to maintain or to adjust the course that they're on, adjusting, because what typically happens is that when a comet comes through, right, it may have some adjustments from the gravitational pull of the sun, right? It may have that, but what you're not gonna see is it's not gonna course correct. It's not gonna change the dynamics or the path that it's moving on. If the sun pulls it, then you have certain formulas, according to NASA, according to thermonucleuses and all these other people. You have certain things that, okay, we can expect this to happen. We can kind of predict what's going to happen when it gets to a certain rate as far as the sun goes, because the sun's going to do what the sun does, right? The gravitational pull of the sun, the same way the sun keeps planets in orbit, right? The Earth been in orbit for you tell me how long, because the gravitational pull of the sun. It keeps us in its orbit. Well, what we're seeing now, and we got to see what happened. But 3i Atlas comes into our solar system, right? Nobody knows where it comes from, according to these people. And I hit some of my friends up, individuals who live in that whole astrology world, and I don't really live in that world. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Astrology ain't got nothing to do with me. But they tell me that it comes from the quote unquote Sagittarius star system. I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about the star. I don't know nothing about this star system. That's not my world, right? But this object comes into our solar system. Make sure I'm in order. All right, there we go. It comes in. Shout out to my brother D Free in the building. You know what I'm saying? But it comes into our solar system. And when it gets here, it starts to do things that people can't really say, they can't really explain, right? It gets close to the sun. First off, they would always tell you a comet is going to have a tail behind it, right? The particles coming off the comet, it's going to have a tail behind it. Well, some type of way, this this celestial object has a tail in front of it. When they look at what these what comets are made of, they're gonna talk about nickel and iron, right? Well, you can't find you can find iron, but you can't find nickel. They say that they do this and they research this or can tell you what type of gases or elements are being put out by light spectrums and these type of things. I don't know. I'm just telling you what they say. I don't know how much you can believe these people, me personally. The closest planet that it passes is Mars. Supposedly, NASA got all type of rovers and satellites around Mars. But when it comes out, well, the only image you can get of the and they're blaming the government shutdown. So they put it on Trump. We're gonna put this on Trump. They blaming the government shutdown. We can't get video of this stuff because the government shut down. But the video that they do give us, some of the worst video you could ever see. You have it moving, object moving at, and mind you, an object that's more, it's bigger than any comet, right? As far as mass go, it's bigger than any comet we've ever seen. It's accelerating, right? But then when it starts to get toward the sun, it decelerates. It decelerates. It slows down for people who don't know what decelerate means. Everybody ain't the smartest. I ain't the smartest person, but I know what decelerate means. Everybody don't know that. But it slows down when it's getting closer to the sun. And we're gonna play some video. I'm gonna tell you so y'all understand that I'm not making this up out of my mind. I done did some research on this stuff. But it slows down, right, when it's starting to get toward the sun. Shout out to my brother Bullet Gibson in the building. We gotta read the comments. My sister said, how they call something that doesn't operate as a comet a comet? Exactly. It's not, that's what they want to say it is. But it ain't operating that same way. We're going to play some video. And YouTube. Shout out to YouTube, man. Hey, much love to YouTube. YouTube, hey, keep us in order, man. Keep us in order. D Free said, so could it be an alien spaceship? And that's why the government shut down. So they can't study it. Exactly, Free. Exactly. It's so interesting that, well, NASA says that they have, or they had these pictures, right? They supposedly have, and they gave us the worst pictures out there. But when the government shut down, because of the government shut down, well, we can't give you nothing else. It's out of order. And we calling it out of order over here. We're going to call it out of order. Let me pull this up. I want to play a couple videos for y'all, and we're not gonna put the videos on the mainstream. We're gonna play the audio of them because y'all know how YouTube. I mean, shout out to YouTube. Excuse me. Y'all know how YouTube work though. If we say the wrong thing around here, if we show the wrong video, they'll be in goddamn hell. My whole show will be shut down. I done already been. Anyways, don't get me the line. I done already been, I ain't gonna say what's the right word? I done been shut down anyway, so who cares? But let's go 3i Atlas right here. I want y'all to hear some of the videos that I've been listening to, some of the things I've heard. And I want y'all opinion on, well, and hey, shout out to the chat. Y'all, I just want y'all to listen to it. Let me turn the music down. Let's turn that off right there. Boom. All right, here we go. We're going to play a couple of videos as far as what scientists say, how things have kind of played out so far. And what did this structure be, right? It dumping gas, these type of things. It just hasn't acted as a comet would act, right? We've seen different things from this structure or whatever 3i Atlas is. We've seen different principles of it than we've seen from comets. So what are we actually watching? Let's listen to a couple of videos. I'm not gonna play the video I'm gonna play the sound of the video. So you know, y'all know we gotta do things the right way. But y'all, hey, we're gonna react to it as the things play. You know what I'm saying? So let's do it this way. Bam. Let me put that up. Share screen. Make sure you can hear it. All right, we're good to go. All right, there we go. I'm gonna put myself main screen because if you do it the other way, then they'll. All right, y'all tell me if y'all can hear this. Put thumbs up in the chat if you can hear what I'm playing right now. Y'all let me know.
Night. On the screen, alerts would just pop up periodically. Dot moving here, a streak there. But on this night, one of those dots was different.
Thumbs up if y'all can hear what's being played. All right, we good. All right, shout out to my brother Free. Somebody listening to me. Shout out to my sister. All right, here we go.
Most of these were known asteroids. They were already cataloged and tracked. That means there was nothing to worry about. And Edward's job was relatively simple because he would check each one and then he would verify against the database. Then he would mark it as identified and simply move on to the next.
We're going to fast forward a little bit. We're going to fast forward.
Suggested millions of years, maybe even range about this one. The object was moving at 58 kilometers per second relative to our sun. That's roughly 130,000 miles per hour, which, mind you, is the fastest solar system visitor ever recorded. It was clear that this was something extraordinary.
So we got something moving the fastest thing that ever been recorded in our solar system, according to this brother right here. Let's keep listening.
If it was moving so fast, how long had it been traveling? Edward's calculations suggested millions of years, maybe even billions. Now, the speed at which it's going is so fast, so let me put that into perspective. It's fast enough to circle Earth in about 11 minutes. And at that
it can circle Earth in 11 minutes. That's the speed that this object is moving. It can circle the Earth in 11 minutes. Now, y'all tell me, it take us 11 minutes to get damn 5 miles. Respectfully. It take us 11 minutes to go 5 miles. I'm just telling you.
Speed, you could travel from Earth to the moon in less than 2 hours. But what's important is that objects like this don't start out moving that speed. They build up over time as they pass by stars. They get gravitational boosts, like little kicks that make them go faster and faster, with the object bouncing from star to star, picking up speed with each encounter. A UCLA professor named David Jewett, the same man who co-discovered the Kuiper Belt, explained that due to its speed alone, it had to have been out there for a very long time. With what little evidence they had about this object, they realized this wasn't just another star. They were looking at something ancient. But the question was just exactly how ancient. On July 11th, a young astronomer named...
So this is the most interesting thing. The first thing they said, we're looking at something ancient, right? They didn't say we're looking at something ancient, something that when we utilize the word ancient, something from way before our time, right? Way before our time. This is what they're quantifying this as. Something ancient. This is the first thing they said. This is before they even. We're gonna get into what it may be and all that kind of stuff. But this is what it's something ancient. That's interesting to me. When we talk about ancient stuff, right? We would talk about historically speaking, we would talk about the Sumerians being an ancient civilization. We would talk about Mesopotamia, ancient civilization. We would talk about the Mayans, an ancient civilization. The Aztec, an ancient civilization. That's ancient to us. But just listen to what this brother is talking about as far as ancient goes. Here we go.
Named Matthew Hopkins stood at the podium at the UK National Astronomy meeting. He had an answer that was about to stun everybody. The room was packed with fellow astronomers who were all very eager to know more about this bizarre cosmic visitor, and he was about to present his team's analysis of this visitor, which now officially had a name, 3I Atlas, the third interstellar object. Hopkins clicked to his first slide, which showed the trajectory.
And when they say 3I Atlas, y'all go back and look up. Like I said, Moore, that was one, and then I believe the other one, I can't remember the name of the other one. I can't call the name of it. But this is the third what they would consider an interstellar object, right? That's coming through our solar system. Moore was one. Man, what was one eye? What was one eye? I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna make sure we accurate about this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me make sure I find this the right way. I hope I didn't hit the wrong button. Did I hit the wrong button? I hit the wrong button on that damn shit. But we're gonna find it anyways. One eye. Okay. Moore was one eye. So let's go two eye then. It was two eye, the one that I don't remember. Borisov, two eye Borisov. Y'all go look up one eye Moore and two eye Borisov. Those were the two that came before 3I Atlas came. Y'all go look that up. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to, dive into this stuff. Everybody ain't gonna dive into it.
Open
no
to
problem.
The cold Chilean night.
Right,
on the screen, alerts would just pop up periodically. Dot moving here, a streak there. But on this night, one of those dots was different. Most of these were known asteroids. They were already cataloged and tracked. That means there was nothing to worry about. And Edward's job was relatively simple. The thick disk is much older. It's said to be populated by ancient stars that formed when the galaxy was young. Hopkins clicked to the next slide and presented a number to his audience that was sure to change everything. 10 billion years.
Now they're talking about this object being 10 billion years old. Billion ain't even something that we can hell. Y'all tell me how many billionaires we have. You can't even quantify billion. Billion is something we can't even quantify. Let's keep listening.
The room was stunned, with Hopkins going on to explain that based on the object's trajectory, velocity, and its apparent origin in the thick disk, they estimated it to be about 10 billion years old, maybe older than that, which would make this object possibly the oldest comet ever observed in our entire history.
And even then, when they're talking about this, they're still describing this as a comet. Right? Now, we know it can't be a comet because the thing about comets are comets, they can't change, they don't change direction, right? They kind of follow a similar path. You can predict comets' path. Well, when we get into this object that we're talking about, it has changed paths recently. Recently, it's changing paths, right? Is giving out gases that nobody and I'm gonna let the people keep talking. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too far into it. I want to keep this going. Let's keep this going. Shout out to my brother Prize in the building, Ernest Johnson in the building. Free said, let me read y'all comments respectfully. Ernest said takes 200 or 2027 or make sure I read this right. 2027 400 or 40 years to spend $1 billion, $1 million per day. Exactly. It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. My brother Free said, how the hell do they know that how the hell they know that if no was around then? I don't know what that means. Put that back in the chat. Write that again, respectfully. Write that again. How the hell know that All right, yeah, you're right that again. You about to fuck me up. You about to fuck my. Hey, let's keep it going. Shout out to my brother Kazi in the building. Shout out to my sister. Hey, she said comments don't do that. Facts. That's a fact. Here we go.
But as you'll see throughout this episode, it continually gets more.
Real quick, I got my brother Free in the building. I got to pull my brother Free up. Free, welcome to the show. What's going on, family?
Hey, what's going on? I was coming up. I got echo.
No, you good. You good.
Nah, I was saying, how the hell they know it's 10 billion years old if nobody was around during that time?
Well, the reason that they would say certain things like that is simply off of the fact that for it to come into our solar system, right? And I agree with you. 10 billion years old is crazy work. That's crazy work. But for it to come into our solar system and move the way that it's been moving, it seemed like, from my opinion, that the only way you can have that. Hold on, is Free echoing? Y'all hear echo for Free? I don't know. The chat said Free. The chat saying they hear echo. Say something, Free. Go ahead, real quick.
Yo. Yeah, it's an echo.
I don't hear echo. I don't.
It might be your use that's playing. Because I'm on my phone.
Okay, I don't know. Do y'all hear echo from me? I don't hear echo.
They don't have echo from you.
I don't know. I don't hear echo. Let me see. Let me try this, Free. Give me a second. They saying it's terrible. God damn. Hold on. Give me a second, Free. Let's try this. All right, say something.
Yo. Yes, it is. It don't matter. I was just going to say that because I probably put it in that wrong.
Hey, you sound crispy to me, respectfully. You sound crispy to me. I don't know. But all I'm saying is when it comes to them putting a time frame on it, I don't think they can really put a time frame on it. Them saying billions of years. I mean, it's hard to say what if you don't even know where this entity is coming from. How can you put a time frame on it?
Yeah, that's I can't see how you put a time frame on it if you don't have something that again. It could have been something that exploded outside of our solar system, and that's why we move so fast because the power from the explosion.
Agree, but the problem, the only reason I would disagree is because if it had an explosion or something like that, it would have a continuous, like, okay, yeah, you got the explosion, it can accelerate, but at the same time, when it gets into our solar system, how can it speed up and slow down? Because we've seen it speed up, right? But then we've also seen a deceleration or a deacceleration from it when it got close to the sun. And so because of that, like, it seems to be something that has some type of what's the word? Some type of intelligence behind it. But I want to keep playing this. Before I do, what else you got for me, Free?
No. That's
Keep rocking with me. Here we go.
More and more strange. People in the audience started raising their hands. I mean, how could they be sure? What did this mean? Hopkins explained that this object was essentially a time capsule, that it had formed around a star that probably doesn't even exist. And now, by pure chance, its path had intersected with ours. On July 21st, the Hubble Space Telescope turned toward 3I Atlas. David Jewett, who was leading the observation, knew this would not be an easy task. The object was moving incredibly fast across the sky. so fast that Hubble had to track it like you'd track a bird with binoculars. Fortunately, they were able to track it and lock onto it, which was about 277 million miles away. The telescope began collecting photons, building up an image pixel by pixel, and that's when they had their first real data. Because of how the data compiles, it was initially just noise and static, but as the image processed and was able to layer in its own data, a shape emerged. What they
Real quick, I want to go into what my sister Angie said. Angie, baby, she said, well, first off, before I go to Angie, let me go to Shawa. Shawa said exactly, slowed down when it went behind the sun. Agreed. We agree on that. Angie said, I think it was recharging itself with the sun. That's even more interesting, in my opinion. For it to be recharging itself with the sun, that's crazy work. Like, we ain't never seen nothing like this. Shawa, she said, went behind Mars first or something like that too. I don't know if it went behind Mars, but that's what I brought up earlier. The most interesting thing is we have quote unquote or satellites and things on Mars, and the one thing that took a picture of it was the worst picture that we could get. When we gonna get the good pictures? We want to see exactly what's going on. It's interesting. It's interesting. Ernest Johnson, he said plasma propulsion. That could be the thing. We don't know. Man, I'm just telling you. The most interesting thing about all of this is this is something that we can't really explain or understand right now, right? And I don't know. I don't know if, and I say this respectfully, I don't know if the government shutdown was because of this, but for the government to shut down and then for them to sit here and say, well, now we can't get the pictures from NASA. We can't get them pictures because the government shut down. Wait a minute. So you telling me, y'all, we can't get the pictures from NASA and the government shut down at the exact right moment? That's what you telling me? It's ridiculous. It's some of the most it's some bullshit. It's some bull. Oh, hold on. We gotta get a government. We gotta get a government to drop. Y'all know how we do around here. We always love to give our drops, but this is for the government right here, man. We just hey.
Damn. It's a bunch of bull.
That's what it is. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit that the government got going on. But let's keep this going. Let's keep this going.
They could see was a teardrop of dust, and in actuality, this was ancient dust, or particles that had been frozen in ice for a very long time. The ice was doing something called sublimating, which is turning from solid directly to gas, and as it did this, it released these particles that had been trapped since what we can only speculate was the literal dawn of time. When the team began analyzing the image, they could see that the dust cloud was huge and stretched out beyond the nucleus like a cosmic teardrop. By measuring the brightness and extent of this dust, they were able to estimate the size of the nucleus, or the actual body of the comet. It could be around 5 kilometers across. Now that's not exactly huge, but it's not tiny. This is maybe a mile or two wide. Even though they now had some data on the object, they realized that they were seeing materials from an era when the galaxy was young. They still didn't understand what it was, or what it was made of. On August 6th, a NASA scientist named Martin Cordiner led the observation using the James Webb Space Telescope, which is the most powerful infrared eye ever built. Now, the James Webb could do something that the Hubble couldn't do. It could read the chemical fingerprint of the comet. When light passes through gas, certain wavelengths get absorbed. By seeing which wavelengths are missing, scientists can tell exactly which molecules are present. Cordiner's team began analyzing the spectrum, and they began finding some really interesting details. It turns out that this comet was dominated by carbon dioxide. Well, that's strange because most comets in our solar system, when they get close to the sun, actually release water vapor. But this object was different, and instead of water vapor, CO2 was pouring out of it. Scientists realized what this meant, that this comet had never been near a star before.
So now we don't went from this comet being supposedly a comet, it's coming from a whole solar system, right? We don't went from that to it can't come from a solar system because it ain't never been close to a star, right? I'm just going off of what the brother's saying. So we don't went from that, and now we also saying that well, hell, it's dumping the gases that it's dumping off right now. Well, why is it dumping that? What? How is the ice on it? And mind you, from scientific theory, right? From everything we know, ice goes from a solid to a liquid to a gas, right? That's what water does. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. But when you freeze it, you know what I'm saying, you have ice, then it melts, right? It goes to water. If you were to heat it up enough, if you put that ice cube in a pot, the ice goes from solid, liquid, gas, right? You get steam when you put water in a damn a pot and you heat it up. You get steam. So now you telling me that we need forget the phases of water that we know, right? Forget that. We're going strictly from ice to gas. It ain't no water out here. It ain't no water. We're going from ice to gas.
Right.
It goes against everything we know as far as what we've learned and what our eyes have showed us as humans go. It goes against everything that we know. What you think, Free?
Somebody lying.
Somebody lying.
In our solar system, comets that repeatedly approach the sun lose their CO2 first. It sublimates at colder temps than water. So our comets are water rich because they've been baked by our sun over so many years. Buckle up, folks, because things were about to get very strange. In early September, astronomers tracking this object started noticing something that didn't make sense. The comet was pouring out massive amounts of gas. I mean, they could clearly see it through their telescopes, but the object wasn't moving the way it should. When comets release gas, it's like a rocket engine. The gas shoots out one direction, the comet gets pushed in the other. It's basic physics. The James Webb Telescope had already confirmed that the 3I Atlas was releasing enormous amounts of carbon dioxide, 8 times more CO2 than water vapor, which was one of the highest ratios ever recorded in any comet. But when astronomers checked the trajectory data, this object hadn't moved, not even a millimeter off its predicted path. Every single comet scientists had ever studied showed this acceleration when it outgassed, except this one.
So now, and hey, Ernest Johnson, shout out to my brother Ernest, shout out to my brother or my sister Shawa. Ernest said, if you believe in the firmament, or let me make sure I read this the right way. If you believe the firmament is made of water, well, a lot of people don't know what the firmament is. Respectfully, I say that respectfully. I know what it is, and we can have that conversation. I ain't got no problem having that conversation. I ain't got no problem. Pull up. My sister Shawa, she said, our atmosphere is most definitely made of water. I think the firmament is glass holding back water. Ultimately, could be water. Look up sky glass. All I'm trying to tell you is I don't know. I would. I think that conversation, the firmament conversation, I think that goes into a whole nother part of, and if y'all want to have it, we can have it. I done had it multiple times with many people, but I don't. the whole firmament. So now I gotta ask the question. Let me ask you. If we're gonna have the firmament conversation, the first question I gotta ask is, do we live on a flat Earth? Right? I gotta ask that question. D free.
No.
We live on a flat Earth?
No.
You don't believe that?
If we did, why nobody follow?
When individual were talking about the flat Earth, the first thing is, and I don't know how I want to do this. You want to have this conversation now? Can we finish let's finish this video and then we can have that conversation. You got me?
Yep.
All right, bet. Hey, pull up. Hey, come on. Hey, all right now. All right.
This object was so massive that rocket force outgassing couldn't budge it, which would make it impossibly dense, or it had some kind of station-keeping thrusters to maintain its course. Some people try to explain it by suggesting 3I Atlas might have a mass of over 33 billion metric tons. But even at the largest size estimates, that would give it the density of metal, and comets are not supposed to be iron cannonballs. An Israeli-American physicist by the name of Avi Loeb researched.
Ho, I got my brother in the building. Mex, what's going on, family? How you feeling?
Oh shit, my nigga done canned up.
Hey, we out here, man. We rocking, man. What you got for me, Mex?
Oh man, I literally just got off work. I seen conspiracy theories, so I tapped in.
Man, we talking about the first off. I don't know if you heard about. Have you heard about 3I Atlas? Have you heard about that?
Heard of who?
3I Atlas.
3I Atlas. No.
So 3I Atlas is they thought it was a comet, and that's what we're listening to right now. They thought it was a comet at first, but it's moving in many different. It's moving nothing like a comet would move, right? Course correcting, and this is why we listen to what we listen to right now. But it's something that's out there moving that you really can't explain scientifically. You can't explain exactly how it's moving, and yeah, it is what it is. He said, shout out to my sister. She said, he's loud and echoing. Who I don't know. Free or
yeah, it's echoing. Like I can hear myself right now.
Damn. It might be me then. It might be my shit then. All right, let me get the video, and then after the video done, then hell, we ain't gonna play the whole thing, but
it's probably because that fucking beanie too loud.
Hey man, shout out to the Cowboys, man. Shout out to the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna finish this, and then I want to have a conversation with y'all. Here we go.
Where the 3I Atlas had come from, it pointed to a specific region in the constellation of Sagittarius. Loeb immediately saw the connection. On August 15th, 1977, at 10:16 p.m., astronomer Jerry Eman was reviewing data from the Big Ear radio telescope at Ohio State University when he saw something that made him grab his red pen. On the printout in front of him was a sequence of numbers and letters. 6EQUJ5. To most people, it would look like gibberish, but he knew exactly what it meant. This was a signal 30 times stronger than the background noise of space, a signal that had never been seen. He circled it and wrote a single word in the margin, wow. For 72 seconds, something had transmitted a powerful radio signal at 1420 megahertz. That's the same frequency that hydrogen atoms emit naturally, and it's so fundamental to the universe that scientists had long theorized any intelligent civilization would monitor it.
Real quick, I remember the wild signal, and I looked into the wild signal way before any of this. One of the things that always interested I was very interested as far as that wild signal went. That's what they call it. They call it the wild signal. But the reason I was so interested in it is because it was one of the things where they couldn't really quantify exactly what was going on, right? Didn't understand, and as far as scientists go, they didn't quite understand where the signal was coming from. It only transmitted for, I don't know, 20 seconds or something like that, 22 seconds, I believe. But for them to have that, that's where the first thought process of it being extraterrestrials out there, and them sending a signal that we could receive and understand, right? And the craziest thing is it came from the Sagittarius. I got to get my brother Rick up here. Yeah, he know way more about the whole what's the word to use there? I don't even know about what you call them things. Sagittarius. He know more about that shit than I ever know. I don't really research it like that, but for it to come up the way it did, and then this craft, this spacecraft, to come from the exact same place that the wild signal came from is very interesting, in my personal opinion. That's my opinion. Here we go.
Like a universal emergency channel of some kind. But then it stopped. The Big Ear telescope never detected it again. And for the next 48 years, astronomers searched that patch of sky, but there was nothing. It still remains unexplained. Now, space is really big, but the chances of two unrelated things coming from the same direction should be tiny. Loeb calculated the exact probability, and we're talking about a 0.6% chance, considering the WOW signal and the Atlas's trajectory are aligned within 9 degrees of each other. However, some observers claim that in early August, radio telescopes detected a brief signal coming from the 3I Atlas itself. I'm not talking about reflected radio waves or natural emissions. We're talking about an actual transmission that allegedly lasted 11 seconds, and when decoded, showed a repeating sequence of prime numbers: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. Prime numbers don't occur naturally in space. I mean, they're mathematical. They require intelligence to generate. In fact, Carl Sagan famously suggested that if we ever received a signal from aliens, it might be prime numbers. A universal way to say that this is intentional. Of course, NASA has not confirmed this detection. In fact, they've been remarkably quiet about any radio observations of the 3I Atlas. But multiple amateur radio astronomers claim that they have detected these unusual signals in the object's vicinity. Christina Gomez, who covers space anomalies, reported that some observers were seeing structured sound coming from the object, or patterns that repeated every 22 minutes. Avi Loeb suspects that it's possible that whatever this is, it's not a comet, but is artificial. And he has tasked his entire research team at the Galileo Project, which is Harvard's scientific search for extraterrestrial technology, to monitor the sky around it. But folks, we're not talking about just watching the object, but to...
We got my brother in the building, man. Piro.
What up?
What up, family? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How about yourself, brother?
Man, you already know I'm on one.
Like always, bro. You gotta share, bro. I like being on with you, bro.
Hey, what you got for me on this 3I Atlas shit, man? What you got on it?
None much other than voice of reason. Like always, bro. We can wait till after the video.
BVO. Shout out to my brother BVO, man. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to my brother BVO. BVO, what's up? How you feeling, my brother?
Good, man. That echo?
No, you good.
Now we're echoing. Everybody on the panel is echoing. I don't know why.
Is everybody echoing but me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, that might be on me. It might be on me. That's on me, baby. That's on. hey, I'm on. Hey, but real quick, BBL, I wanna keep playing this real quick, and I want your reaction to all of this shit, man, because this shit is insane to me. It's crazy that. Well, before I real quick, I'm gonna ask you what you got on 3 Eye Atlas.
Some of that. Some of the what is it? The media that's supposed to come.
Say it again.
Is that the one with the media that's supposed to come?
Well, I don't know. They say it's a comment. That's what they say, but it ain't behaving like a comment. So I don't know what the fuck it is.
Hey, so hopefully like
I'm gonna let this video finish, and then we're gonna chop it up. Here we go.
Look for unusual activity. I mean, he even explained to Newsmax that if this is an alien probe, it would release some mini probes that will visit the planet. Now, keep in mind that is coming from a Harvard professor, the former.
A Harvard professor sit here and tell us that, and hold on, let me put myself back. Let me make sure I'm in order. A Harvard professor sit here and tell us that if this is truly an extraterrestrial being or whatever it is, it's gonna send out probes, right? According to what this brother is saying, I'm not saying it, he's saying it. It's sending out probes to come to our planet, right? The most interesting thing about it, and we got to see what happens after it comes around, because at this current moment in time, they can't even watch that. They can't watch it simply because it's behind the sun, right? But they're saying that, well, hell, if it's truly a probe the way we think it is, then it's gonna come around, and then it's gonna send out probes to all these other planets. You can't the Hubble, you name the telescope, you name them. Who knows what it did to Mars? Who knows? And we watched previously, it came very close to Mars. That was the closest time that it's been to any planet in our Mars. It'll be close to Jupiter, but Mars has been the closest planet that it came toward. Excuse me. Do y'all think that this has any type of intelligence behind it? And when does it have something where we can't quantify it? It may be alive. It may be a being. Not, I don't know the right word, the right terminology to use for it, but something that's active. You know what I'm saying? What are y'all thoughts on that?
I mean everything that is produced is quantifiable. Some of the stuff that can't be explained. Like it's good to have an open mind, but any theory is plausible. But at the end of the day, any theory that wants to be proven needs like major evidence. But right now, like I can't say it's not intelligence behind it or alien behind it. But I mean, I wouldn't rule it out. But I mean, very remote, in my opinion.
BBL,
Do you hear me?
you crispy.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's gotta have some to it. Yeah, it's gotta have some to it. Especially because the move around in space, so many different factors that can slow you down or speed you up. So something can't just not float with no intelligence.
I ain't mad at it. Shaw said, she said, "Doug, the echoing is awful."
Yeah,
it might be. Is it me? It gotta be me. It gotta be me.
It's pretty bad, Dub.
I don't hear, but I don't hear the echoing. I don't hear it. So It's hard. It's,
Do me a
that's
favor,
why I
Dub,
say-
you take off your video like off the live and make a difference.
Let me see. Wrong one. Damn. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's
Test.
gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
All right. So I'm gonna do it. Well, the problem is let's see what happened. Only reason I say that is because I got this on background. I'm gonna put let's do it that way. Do y'all still hear echo? Do y'all hear echoing now?
Testing.
Yes, yes, back.
So the echoing has to be me playing this video in the background. It got to be that.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is when I come to y'all, I'll pull it down, and I'm gonna let that rock. And when I get off of that, then I'll bring it down, and I think that will kill the echoing about the shit.
Real quick, mute
That
video up.
Say it again.
Leave the video up.
I'll mute myself.
Testing.
Now, keep talking. I'll mute myself.
Keep talking. Okay, now I hear an echo. But if you mute yourself, go away. But if you mute yourself, does it go away?
Evil Empire. DJ Screen. Yes.
Just throw some tests out there. You call it, brother.
Well, I don't hear it. I didn't hear the echo with y'all saying anything there. Did y'all hear echo?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
DJ.
All right. The echo comes from the background. So, what I'll do is let me try this right here. I want to say this. Let me see. Testing 1, 2, 3. Y'all got an echo?
Echo one.
You hear the echo?
No echo on. No echo right
Nope.
now.
Can't do the DJ Screen Evil Empire no more.
So the echo comes from the video. It comes from the video.
Okay, that's weird, huh? Must be like a new StreamYard thing or something, huh?
Man, you know, StreamYard. They're trying to hell. You should have seen some of the shit that happened earlier. Respect. Hey, shout out to StreamYard. We don't want no smoke. We don't want no smoke.
Yeah, but I think like you were saying, Dub, like play the video and you want our input, just bring it down and we'll.
That's what I'm gonna do. So I'll play the video and then I'll come back to y'all respectfully.
Cool.
I bet. All right, here we go. We're gonna and what we got? We got about 13 minutes left in this video. So all right, here we go.
Chair of Harvard's astronomy department, saying that we need to watch for probes. On October 3rd, something unprecedented was about to happen. For the first time in history, humanity would have a front row seat to watch an interstellar object pass by another planet. Multiple spacecraft orbiting Mars, NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, the European Space Agency's Mars Express, and the ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter had all been positioned to capture this object during its closest approach, just 29 million kilometers from Mars. The preparations for this had been very meticulous. Everything was pre-planned, but something strange happened, or rather, didn't happen. NASA released exactly one image, and it was from the worst possible camera they had available. The Perseverance rover's navigation camera, which was designed to help the rover on Mars' surface. The image showed what appeared to be an elongated stripe, about 4 times longer than it was wide. Within hours, social media exploded. People were calling it a tic-tac, a cylinder proof of an alien craft, but there was, of course, a problem with this interpretation. Mr. Loeb explained to the public that due to the sheer distance of this object from Mars when the image was taken, that the spatial scale was so blown out of proportion per pixel, specifically about 12,500 kilometers per pixel. pixel. The streak in the image was 4 feet long, which would make it roughly like 50,000 kilometers in length. And if this object was actually a cylinder, that at the moment it entered our solar system. Without getting super nerdy about how cameras and exposure time work, what people were actually seeing was a time-lapse artifact. Because the object was so faint, NASA had to stack multiple images taken over the course of 10 minutes, which means the result looks like a streak out in space. But why did NASA only release this one terrible, misleading image? And more importantly, where were the images from all the good high-resolution cameras? The fact that NASA gave a minimal official statement is strange too. They basically said that Mars orbiters successfully conducted their observations and that data is being processed. The Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter carries an instrument called HiRISE, the High Resolution Imaging Science Experiment. This camera alone can achieve a resolution of 30 kilometers per pixel at the distance of 3I Atlas. That would finally give us a clear look at the nucleus. The data was definitely captured. But that statement that NASA gave was issued over 3 weeks ago, so where's the images? NASA blamed the delay on the government shutdown, that most of their staff had been sent home. But if they could process and release the Perseverance image, why couldn't they release the raw HiRISE data? Mars orbiter images are typically made public within days, sometimes hours. The website normally updates every few days with new photos, but nothing from the 3I Atlas flyby. And then there were the images that were released, and they were bizarre. The European Space Agency captured a series of 5-second exposures of this strange object. Now, only weeks earlier, ground-based telescopes had clearly observed a tail. The theory around this is that the object had recently been hit by a coronal mass ejection, which is a blast of solar plasma that can temporarily destroy a comet's tail. But the issue with that is that when this happens, the tails reform within minutes or hours. What if what we saw before wasn't actually a tail at all? Around the beginning of September, an amateur astronomer named Michael Yeager was photographing the sky over Namibia when he captured something strange about the object. 3I Atlas was glowing green. It was a vivid, unmistakable green that lit up the images. Immediately, he shared the photos with his colleague, Gerald Raymond, and within hours, other amateur astronomers around the world were confirming the same thing, that the comet was green. But only weeks before, the Very Large Telescope in Chile had determined that it was carbon chain depleted, which means it has almost no dicarbon, the molecule that makes comets glow green when hit by sunlight. This object is one of the most carbon-depleted comets ever recorded. Stephen Burns, who is an amateur astronomer, analyzed images from NASA's Perseverance rover, and he posted a time-lapse animation online. Other astronomers immediately started picking it apart frame by frame. Then people could see things that nobody had noticed before, specifically multiple objects. Not just one, but several fast-moving points of light traveling together. At the 3-second mark of Burns' animation, there's a brief green flash. Not a single pixel camera artifact, but a diffused glow. And it's not coming from the object, it's offset from the main object. And the polarization data was also wrong. Zuri Gray and her team published the first ever polarimetric observations of it, which is a process in which we figure out what dust particles in space are made of and how big they are and how they're structured. Like all the other strange things about 3I Atlas, it showed what they called an exceptionally deep and narrow negative polarization branch, which is another way of saying no comet in our solar system behaves this way. No asteroid either. Even Borisov, the last interstellar visitor, showed positive polarization. 3I Atlas was scattering light in a way that's never been seen before. They really had no idea what it was made of. Come October 30th of this year, something's going to happen that has astronomers genuinely worried. For approximately 3 weeks, we're going to lose sight of it completely. As 3I Atlas swings around the sun at perihelion, its closest approach, it's going to pass from behind the sun from Earth's perspective. Every ground-based telescope on our planet will be blind. The sun's glare will completely wash out any possibility of observation. Normally, this wouldn't be a huge concern because comets pass behind the sun all the time. We lose sight of them, they come back out the other side, and we continue tracking them. But 3I Atlas is not a normal comet. And what happens to comets at perihelion isn't always predictable. Look at Comet Ison in 2013. It was supposed to be the comet of the century. Astronomers watched it approach the sun, getting brighter and brighter, and then it went behind at perihelion, when it should have emerged on the other side. There was nothing. The sun had destroyed it. Or Comet Lovejoy in 2011. It flew so close to the sun, within 140,000 kilometers of the surface, scientists were certain it would be vaporized. But it survived and came out the other side fundamentally changed. Its tail had been ripped off and reformed, and its nucleus had been fragmented. It was barely recognizable as the same. The point is that perihelion is violent. The radiation pressure is crushing, and the temperature swings are very extreme. The gravitational forces can literally tear objects apart. And 3I Atlas is going to experience all of this while we can't watch. But some scientists think it might not just survive it, it might activate it. If this is artificial, and that's still a big if, then perihelion might be exactly what it's been waiting for. This is where things obviously get very uncomfortable for a lot of people. In this scenario, an object approaching the sun, disappearing from view, potentially transforming or activating while hidden, it sounds like Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam is a conspiracy that claims NASA and the UN are planning to fake an alien invasion or some sort of religious event like the Second Coming of Christ or something to that degree, using advanced holographic technology. A ton of people dismiss it, including modern science. But the timing alone is making people second guess. I mean, it's really making a lot of us anxious. You have this strange object with all of these anomalous properties and, growing media attention about a possible artificial origin, and a period where we lose sight of it completely. And when it reemerges in December, I mean, who knows what we'll see? Supposedly, the European Space Agency's JUICE spacecraft is supposed to observe the 3I Atlas in late November, right after the perihelion, but that data won't even be available until February of next year, or 2026. Or as a lot of people like to say, 3 months to decide what we're allowed to see. After all the detailed analysis, at this point, the question isn't whether it will emerge in December, the question is, what will emerge? Now, at the time of recording this, right, the supposed date is December 1st, but if you're watching this in the future, I'm sure that will be updated and changed. I need you to understand that this is potentially the most monitored celestial event in human history. And there's a reason for that. December of this year, 2025, would be the perfect time for what researchers call a controlled revelation. The object has been in the news for months. The public has been slowly prepared for the possibility that it might be artificial, and scientists have already introduced the idea of alien probes. I mean, if the government wanted to disclose the existence of extraterrestrial technology, this would be the ideal opportunity.
I don't want to get too far into that. We got my brother in the building, man. Cash Crypto is in the building. Salute to my brother Cash. Cash, what's going on, fam?
What's good, bro?
Hey, we've been talking about this for a minute. This whole 3i shit, man. Give me a breakdown. Give me a scenario. How do you see this whole situation playing out? Give me your thought process on it.
I told you, bro. And why am I?
Oh, hold on. I gotta do this. I got you. It's on me.
Me?
No, it's me. All right, go ahead. I think you should be good now.
Am I good?
Yeah, you good. You crispy. Let me put y'all on.
Yeah. Oh, you know how I feel, bro. Man, everybody just get ready. Shit. That's how I feel. Everybody should just get ready. Cause this ain't no comic, you know what I mean? It's hey man, it's another intelligent being guiding that craft. Yeah.
Well, I want to ask this question. One of the things that's so interesting to me is that they speak on it going around the sun. You know what I'm saying? Um, them being more worried about what's gonna be. What is this craft gonna do when
And
it comes from?
did you play the what I sent you for the people
No, I haven't played it. I haven't played it.
with the astrology, how all the planets are lining up right now?
No, matter of fact,
That
and
that's what you need to play for everybody. You got to put so that it puts everything in perspective. You know, for anybody that's like doubting what's going on, once you see how all the planets are aligning and some of them are retrograding, and you got a grand trine, and bro, like we about to the great year. You know what I mean? The cycle of the equinoxes. We about to reset and enter into that golden age that's been that a lot of people have probably heard about when you read a lot of places. You know that time is coming, and this is that proves it. No matter what mind calendar had wrong or whatever dates people got wrong, this is the event. When you look at the planets aligning in a certain way, that's how you know it's about to reset. There's no debating that. You know what I mean?
hold on, I'm about to put. Give me a second. I'm pulling it up now. Make sure it's the right one. I think this is it right here. Yeah. And the funniest thing is I watched this video. When I watched the video, I ain't gonna lie. I always tell you I don't know nothing. I ain't really into the astrology and all that kind of shit, bro. Like that ain't really my lane.
The
Uh,
first thing I noticed when I watched the video is that all the lines, all those little red and blue lines that are forming them little triangles in the middle of his circle, that's all of his proof of work. Any man, how when you're in math class and your teacher says, "Where's your proof?" You gotta show how you got there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
All of those lines, that was his proof of work. That I mean, if you know what you're looking at, like the proof of work is on there.
So fuck it. We'll do it. I don't even give. Well, I do give a damn. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's hard because I can't play the video. Like I can't play the video. I can play the audio of it and kind of be good there. But if I play the video, then I'm gonna end up, man, they're gonna strike the shit out my. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Oh,
Fuck
for
it.
real? Yeah, don't get your video strict for it.
No. Well, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play the audio of it. That's why I was kind of playing the audio the way I've been playing it because yeah, I can get away with that. But if I play the video, then I end up in.
Damn, drop the video in the like in the chat so everybody can, whoever wants to see it, you know what I mean, can see it.
No, I'm gonna do that. Give me a second. Give me a
You know what I
second.
mean? Disregard anybody his personal thoughts and beliefs about what's on, but just look at the evidence that he presents. You know what I mean? That's all I care about.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I call and I tell you all the time. I don't know, like y'all talk about the zodiac and all that kind of shit. I ain't really on that ain't my lane. That really ain't my lane, right? So I hit my brother Rick Timms up. Rick,
Sunny side.
shout out to the sunny side, man. Rick, he kind of gave me an explanation on some of that shit, and like all of it is very interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's all very interesting to me
Yeah.
because it like the way I'm gonna play some of it. I'm gonna play some of it. Let me do it this way right here.
You'd have to, if you can't play the video, it's not gonna make sense to people.
And that's what I
Yeah,
would.
yeah.
You feel me? Well,
But he
fuck.
explains this is what he does. He also explains the exaltation points, which is the degree of which where the planets are going to be in a certain place in a certain constellation. You know, those exaltation points, those are ancient. Those are
But
those are
but
ancient things,
but
man.
but
You know
but,
what I
but
mean? These are
even
God.
even and I understand, but even the way that it came into the solar system on a similar plane that our solar system rock on, right? Mind you, we're talking about space. So imagine, and space is vast, right? So this shit could come in, and I'm gonna use the word above and below, right? It could come in above and below, but the plane that is coming on is exactly aligned with.
It's our elliptical plane that our planet's rotated around our sun.
That's the craziest thing to me. To me, that's the craziest thing about it. Is it comes in on a plane that the sun has the planets that's rotating around it. It comes in on that direct plane. That doesn't that like imagine. Go ahead, BVM. My apologies. Go ahead.
Oh, that wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say nothing.
For it to come in on a plane that our planets rotate on, bro, that's a one in a million chance. You know what I'm saying? And then for it to have properties where not normally, when you see an asteroid or a comet, whatever you want to call it, when it come in, it got a tail behind it. For it to have a tail in front of it, headed toward the sun, right? Giving off certain gases. When they were looking at this, they talking about, well, shit. When we look at asteroids or when we look at comets, they normally give off nickel and iron, right? They have a very similar combination of nickel and iron. Well, this motherfucker ain't got no goddamn iron in that. It's giving off nickel. You know what I'm saying? But then it got a tail in front of it, and it's giving off what. When I was looking this up earlier, I don't know if anybody know, but I was looking this up earlier. It's giving off hydrotetra. I hope I say this shit right. I'm probably gonna say it wrong.
Nickel tetracarbonyl.
And the only way they find that, only place that humans find that is in a motherfucking factory. It's something that's being created, right? And so now we're talking about something when we're talking about the building blocks of life, the chemical reactions, right? We're talking about something totally different when we're talking about what what 3I is. We're talking about something totally different, and it ain't like it got a tail behind it. It got a tail in front of it. Where they do that at?
So you just take all the anomalies that it got, and you just, I don't know, quit thinking that we know all the rules, because there ain't no rules, obviously. You know what I mean? So since we see UFOs, I mean, I've seen countless things of people showing videos of UFOs that are one shape and then they're transforming. All of a sudden, it's a different shape. Man, it kind of seems that we got some Transformers running around this motherfucker. Honestly, shit.
Cash, what you think? What you think? What you think it is?
Man, I don't want to go there. Shit.
Look, no. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
Honestly, bro, I think it's an ancient civilization returning, setting something about to set something straight, basically. Because something's about to happen soon. I just sent you some pictures. That way you can show the pictures on how energy is seen through the eyes of a telescope that photographs energy and light as compared to just photographing stars and planets. And when you see this web that everything is connected to, looks like a spider web. It looks just like the neurons in your brain. If you look up how the neurons in your brain look, this looks exactly like the neurons in your brain. That's how space looks. If you're looking in through the lens of looking at energy, everything's connected. That's why we finna get touched by this whatever field of energy that comes from this event that's about to happen. These streams converging. You got the solar maximum, sun at solar maximum. You got the Earth magneto field at its weakest, and you got this object about to interact with the sun, bro. And you got the alignment of these planets, man. Something phenomenal.
So let me ask this, because right now this whatever 3I Atlas is currently what they would call behind the sun, right? You can't really monitor it when it's there because of the position between the Earth and you can't really monitor it, right? One or two things are gonna happen. Either it comes from behind the sun on a trajectory that is leaving, you know what I'm saying? It may come into somewhat contact with Jupiter, something like that, right? If it stays on that plane, if it stays on that direct, and I done did some research on it. I'm just telling you what I done listened to, and maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But when it comes from behind the sun, it stay on one plane. Or the second thing that could happen, and this is the most interesting part of it. Imagine that it allows itself to become in some type of orbit of the sun, right? It allows instead of continuing on that path, then it allows itself to become in orbit of the sun. What do you think happens? And hey, you can't. When I ask that question, you don't know. I know you don't know. I'm asking strictly from me being interested in your opinion. What do you think happens?
Yeah, I don't really. I'm not worried about what happens. I'm gonna say this though. Everybody, if you haven't already, the government's going to use this, you guys, as the next crisis event. Even though it might not even be nothing to worry about, could be, might not be, whether it is or not, they're going to use this space thing as a crisis event. So if you haven't already, start looking for some stocks in companies that have space defense and AI space defense, quantum computing the space defense combination. These are the stocks that are going to blow up, you guys. Like, They preparing right now. They're preparing. NASA is secretly preparing for a contact on the low, on the sneak. If you follow as many people as I do, you know what I mean? That's what's going on.
BVO, what you think happened with what we're seeing right now as far as this? What you think happened?
One thing I've been reading about is different countries blowing up, trying out nuclear bombs, and I remember they said this happened in the 50s, like during Hiroshima and all that, where whenever we blowing up those nuclear bombs, whether they hit something or not, I think that kind of wakes something out in the universe that makes it say, "What are y'all niggas doing?" I don't know what it is, but you notice that whenever we start to have like nuclear,
I've heard that a lot. I've heard. Go
yeah.
ahead.
No, and then they just built a huge nuclear plant in China. They're talking about the biggest nuclear plant in the history of Earth. That's got to do something. That's got to wake something up. Because that's kind of how God works. When you think about whenever something happens, because God got everything so rigged. You can look at the Tower of Babel for proof of that. Where whatever's going to happen, man, it's going to be something good, and I think it's going to be great. I mean, because it's more to this space thing that we know, because they always hide things from us. Like anything that you see on TV, they used to have this book I read some years ago called Behold the Pale Horse. To keep your mind on things with no real importance, because they try to hide things from you. Like when they try to change the healthcare, all of a sudden you see a lot of stuff about the LGBT stuff. So it could be more to this alien stuff than we think, because one thing I've been hearing a lot about, I don't know, people probably say I'm crazy, but what we do a lot in our government is we re-engineer UFOs or things of that nature. So it could just be us doing something and playing a game like we always do, because we have been known to like re-engineer like alien spacecrafts. That's just me. I know I sound crazy saying it, but that's stuff I've read. So I think that's what's going on.
No, you don't sound crazy at all. It seems very. Your perspective is coming from an individual that read some shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't read respect, and no disrespect to anybody. No disrespect. Everybody don't read. You know what I'm saying? And it comes from, in my opinion, a very educated perspective. I agree a lot with what you're saying. The interesting thing that you said to me is that when and if you listen and talk to a lot of these individuals. I listen to a lot of podcasts, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Listen to a lot of individuals, and they always speak on, well, shit, when we get out of order, that's when we start having these quote unquote visits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't really quantify the visit. Can't really quantify it. But when you get out of order, and even when you out of order at that time, wherever you're holding, when these people are holding their nuclear weapons and those type of things, yeah, you start to see individual or extraterrestrials, UFOs, whatever you want to call them. They start to come in and monitor those sites. You know what I'm saying? I've heard, just being honest about it. Read a lot about that. Heard a lot about that. You know what I mean? So I don't think you out of order at all. I think that and shout out to my brother. I got my brother in the building, man. Hold on, man. I gotta make sure I do things the right way, man. Y'all know sometimes I get out of order, right? But I gotta do things the right way. And I think this is the first time this is gonna ever happen. I think this is the first time it's happening. I got my brother in the building, straight from the sunny side. Hold on, Rick. Before you, Rick Timms.
Yes,
The real,
sir.
hey,
Hey, I can see it.
hey, the real peace sign, man. The
real peace sign.
Absolutely. Boy,
Hey.
I love that, man.
Hey,
shout out to Katy,
always,
Texas, man.
it's
Shout out to
always
Katy,
a good.
Texas.
Anytime I get shout out to my brother from the sunny side, man. If anybody ever taught me anything, man, the real peace sign.
Dog, hey, boy.
It's a beautiful thing to do with you, my brother. It's a beautiful thing. What's going on, Rick?
Man, I love that, man. It's about oneness. You know, this that white folks from the 70s piece shit. You know, they separated. Our ancestors about oneness. You got to touch them. They got to be together. Oh, dog, but check it out, man. I don't know what all y'all done discussed thus far about this damn 3-eye atlas, but when you called me the other night, man, it got my juices flowing, and I got the digging right side. So, this how this story goes so far, cause dog, this here is so unordinary. This type of comet that they are monitoring. I mean, this is, first of all, the 3-eye atlas. You know, it's in reference to this being the third like interstellar object that comes through our solar system that they really can't comprehend. But this one, hands down, is the most perplexing one. So look, man.
Hey, hold on, Rick. I gotta tell you this.
Okay.
You know why I call niggas like you? Thing where I tell, hey, I want niggas that's gonna do the research and come in and bring some information. Go ahead, my brother.
Dog, man, this shit here is this dude. This is some uncharted territory right now.
That's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with.
Anything that orbit our sun. All right, let me back up. Okay, first, this started like July the 1st. When this astronomer down there in Chile, you know, monitoring his computer, you know, his radar, everything that come through, they identify and they label. You know, asteroids, anything in motion, these astronomers, scientists, folk around the world, they watch closely, okay? Well, this comet that they feel, when it appeared, this thing was moving faster than anything ever recorded in our solar system. Okay?
And it was speeding up at that time.
See what? Right. You see, it gained speed going from star to star. But dog, listen to this. Oh man, I was digging, man. this comet is moving. The velocity of it. Anything in our solar system that orbits the sun has to be less than 1. But this thing has been calculated as greater than 6. And that's like impossible for this thing to be moving that fast. This thing is moving at 58 kilometers per second, dog.
Yep.
That's equivalent to 130,000 miles per hour. And for something to be moving that fast, man, it has to be moving for a super long time for it to gain that much speed. So, dog, the astronomer, he got the digging because it blew his mind. He like, what the fuck? Like, man, let me backtrack this damn comet to see where did it come from. So he got to backtracking it, and dude, it took him way past Neptune. This comet come from a system that is not ours. And that's what's so scary about this shit, man.
Is it scary? Is it scary?
It's scary. Because this is, again, it's unheard of. Dog, for it to be traveling this long, these people are estimating this comet is surpassed ancient times.
Hold on. We done did that. We spoke on this earlier. They, according to the record, 10 billion is
10 billion.
10 billion is actually, respectfully, 10 billion is on the conservative side of it. That's the conservative side.
No, the conservative side, man. And it's like based on its trajectory, its velocity, and its origin, that's what tells the tale of how long it's been going. For something to be 10 billion years old, dog, is unheard of.
Or hold on, Rick. And this is the thing where I get out of order with it. I get out of order. My thing is this. I don't know if it's 10 billion years old. I don't know that. But what I will say, I'm going on the opposite side of it. Because what we've seen, because even with this this object, right? 9 times out of 10, well, 10 times out of 10, when you see a comet out there, right, it got a tail behind it. When it's releasing whatever it's releasing, that shit going behind it. We done watched this whatever this is, we done watched it have a tail in front of it. It's releasing gas in front of it, headed toward the sun. It ain't releasing shit behind it. It's releasing shit in front. It doesn't.
But it's not orbiting our sun. That's the kicker. Everything in our solar system is supposed to orbit the sun. This motherfucker is not. And dog, it's moving so freaking fast. 130,000 miles per hour, dude. You can circle the earth in 11 minutes. You can get to the moon in less than 2 hours going that fast. This shit here is crazy, dog.
Hey Rick. Now Rick, you know you my brother. I ain't putting you on no bullshit, am I?
Dog. Man, hey boy, you got them juices, them research juices flowing, and I got the digging, and dude, this here is not no fly by night, just regular astronomy, just some knockout comet passing through.
This is the greatest thing as far as research. This is the greatest thing we've seen in the history of science. It's we've never seen anything like this. Changes everything that we believe in as far as science goes. It changes everything. Cash, go ahead.
I mean, I told you about this shit in July, nigga. I mean, damn.
Well, hell, we talking about it now. Just stay on topic, respectfully.
Here's a couple of facts that you might not have heard yet. these orbiters and these things that we've sent out there, they got strict rules and guidelines that they follow. When they got back some of the data from one of these things, somebody in the institution went in there and put in the release date of 2099. So some of these things, whatever data from that thing, we're not going to see till 2099. They also went in there and changed the rule about contacting an alien or extraterrestrial being. They're adding these rules in these organizations that have been monitoring and tracking this shit, and they're changing the rules instantly all of a sudden. So, yeah.
Oh, hey, let me add to that, dog. And that's another kicker with this shit. This motherfucking thing is emitting signals that they can't comprehend. You know, they always have tried to contact these extraterrestrials and what type of signals they might emit out. But
prime numbers,
and they say if they ever communicate with us, it's gonna be prime numbers. Well, this shit here then kicked out some prime numbers and letters.
Hey, I'm just, all I'm saying is this.
It sent us a signal in the Fibonacci sequence.
But all I'm saying is this. I agree with you, Cash. But I agree with Rick as well. My thing is this is the best time to be alive. We're literally in a time where we're watching this shit play out. My son, I try to talk to my son about it, right? He's not gonna understand it. But we're literally in a time where we don't even know we don't even know what this shit is. We have no clue what it is. But we have the opportunity to sit here and watch it develop and happen in real time. This is amazing. It's amazing to be alive right now. It's amazing.
You got to mark that time down on your to remember. 11:44 a.m. October 30th. That's universal time. So I don't know. You got to calculate that to wherever you guys are. That's whatever time UK operates on. That's what they gave. 11:44 a.m. October 30th. It's going to be perihelion with the sun, and the sun's going to have solar maximum, and the Earth's going to have our magnetic weakest point. And at that point, something's going to trigger. So
I want to ask this because I understand about the perihelion, right? When it comes closest to the sun, shout out to Angie Baby. Angie Baby said something to the effect of it's feeding off of the sun. That's what she said. And shout out to my sister. My thing is this. When it comes around, right? And I think the 21st, I believe it was October 21st was the time it went behind the sun, and you really can't monitor it right at this time because of what the positioning of the Earth and the position of it. You know what I'm saying? I think the 29th of October is when it'll come back into 29th, February 1st, somewhere in that time frame. Or November, excuse me, I said February. November 1st, somewhere in that time frame, that's when it's gonna come back into view of us. My thing is this. And we gotta see what happened. We got time. We got 5 days left before we're gonna really be able to see it. But if it comes back and we done already seen the direction of it somewhat change, right? What they would call course correction. We done already seen that happen. If it start to course correct, and I'm gonna say it this way. I'm not even gonna say come toward Earth. I'm not even going that far yet. I'm gonna say that in a point. But if it just comes around and then becomes a part of the sun's orbit, right? It's something that it got so close to the sun was able to grab it and put it in orbit. What do y'all think that means as far as that piece of it right there? It being able, or it because we saw even when it got to the sun, it started decelerating, right? It didn't accelerate. Normally, when and we've seen this happen when you send or probes out there and all this kind of stuff, you kind of use the sun. Scientists they use the sun gravity to accelerate and what they would call slingshot, right? They would slingshot shit off the sun gravity to get to where they're trying to go to. As far as if this thing it done slowed down and now it gets into the sun's orbit. I don't know if that happens. We don't know what's gonna happen. But if that's something that happens, what's y'all thought process on all of that?
Dog, at this point, everything is a freaking wild card. Shit, nobody knows. Man, this is unprecedented, man. I'm blown away. And at the end of the day, NASA, of course, know a lot more than NASA been silent, mainly.
Well, they tell us the government shut down. NASA can't say nothing. That's what they tell us.
Yeah. Man, hey, believe me, the military, shit, NASA, all them government motherfuckers that just really run things, they not suffering with this goddamn shutdown. Just the smaller folk are. The big wigs, the shot callers, they just fine. And they know exactly what's going on, but they gonna forever keep us in the dark when it come to this type of intergalactic ass type of information. It's been like that 100 years. I mean,
now, Hey Rick, hold on. Now you know, I always tell you, you understand the zodiac. You understand that shit way better than I do, right?
Before you finish, speaking of zodiac,
go ahead.
The constellation of Sagittarius is what they are investigating.
That's where it came from. That's where it came from.
Yeah.
Hey Rick, when I hit you up, tell the people, make sure so the people know I ain't lying. When I hit you up about this shit, what I said, man, I trust in your process and your knowledge of the zodiac, right? I said, man, I don't understand it, so shit, I need to put y'all. I need y'all to kind of rock because I think you understand certain things that I could never understand as far as the zodiac go. Did I not say that?
Man, how long we was talking? We was on the phone for I don't know how long. Absolutely, you said that.
Niggas think I be lying about the shit, bro. Like, hey, a nigga out here telling the truth. Just try and I'm trying to connect the motherfucking. I'm trying to connect shit. I'm just telling the truth. I'm trying to connect it. Hey, I know I don't know the most, but I know your knowledge, right? You got knowledge of this shit. Cash got
crazy.
knowledge of it. BVO got knowledge of it. I ain't got no knowledge like y'all got. So I'm trying to put two things together. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. My apologies for cutting you off. Go ahead.
Oh shit, man. I mean, how much more can we add to this? Because I mean, shit, it's a big ass question mark until we get closer to this next month or so. These next week, and then another month or so after that. I'm clueless, dog.
Cash, go ahead. Real quick, Cash.
No, shit.
Let me ask you, Cash. You said something very interesting to me. You said that when I believe you said December 25th, Christmas, right? Is this big or this craft is supposed to be at a point where it create that equilateral or the grand. I'm gonna use the word the grand triangle. Can you speak more on that, Cash?
Nah, that happens. The object's not forming no grand triangle. The three planets, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, will all be in the grand trine. They'll all be in in water signs. So what happens on the 25th of December is this thing will be in a geometric alignment with the angle of our Great Pyramid. That's what I told you. But I think October 30th at 11 a.m. Universal Time is, you know what I mean? That's what I'm sitting around waiting on, honestly, because that's when this thing is going to be the most powerful. The electromagnetic energy that's going to come through all these planets and come down to us. It's going to be its most powerful starting at that time, and then it's going to persist too. But that's what I'm sitting around. That's what I'm waiting on, honestly.
You said October 11th?
October 30th at
30th. October 30th.
11:44 a.m. Universal Time.
So hell, respectfully, on Halloween is when this motherfucker gonna be at his most powerful position, in your opinion.
Ain't that some shit?
Ain't that some shit? I'm just asking the question. I'm asking the question. Halloween.
Yeah. I noticed that too. These dates. Yeah, it's crazy. But I've heard good and bad about Halloween. I've heard all the spooky book, but I've also heard some things that I've searched into that Halloween is really a good day, and we got it backwards. So I don't know. Shit, you know what I mean? I don't know which one's real.
Okay. Real quick, BVO.
Usually when you see something like that moving at that kind of pace, it's usually hostile, and I think people don't understand that that's a real big fear for us as humans, is for someone to come, because if you think about it, if you coming from another planet, you're not coming to say hello, see how you doing. You coming to enslave and take over. I mean, so I know people don't kind of think of it that way, but it's something to this, man, because as when you hear about them doing this Chinese nuclear factory, I mean, you guys got to check it out. They're talking about the biggest factory in the history of the world, nuclear. And as soon as we had this, all of a sudden we hearing more things about meteors, things visiting us, and it's something to this, man. It's something to this, because one thing about the Turner one, man, he got everything, he got everything rigged anyway. So it might just be it might be nothing. It might be something, but you never know, man. But anything, I think, moving at that kind of pace is definitely something that's not friendly. I don't think anything that's coming at that pace is friendly. And when you say something that's beyond ancient, I mean that that thing about time that we don't understand is that time is like a fabric, man. It's not like we think it is. It's forever. Just think about that. Something that's 10 billion years old, flying through space. They got these, like, just it's like, even you think about them doggone tortoises that live 200 years, 300 years, man. It's crazy, man. That stuff is something's out there, man. We're gonna find out in a couple of weeks, but it's kind of exciting, man, because William Cooper used to talk about this kind of stuff, and unfortunately, that's the guy who wrote the Hell to Play a Horse. It took his life for that stuff, just like the man who had water fuel that was able to build combustion out of water. All of a sudden, he pops up unalive. So I mean, it's more to it.
Let me
Go ahead.
build off that. I thought you were done. I was going to build off
Oh, go
something
ahead.
you said. Because I kind of I agree with you on this. How these things been popping up for a long time. When these nuclear things are going on, popping up at our nuclear sites, shutting them down. Like, I've looked into all that. I've seen a bunch of that proof on all that shit. But this thing coming from where it's coming from, how long it's been coming here. I believe that there's levels of entities and consciousnesses and civilizations. This thing that's coming, man, this motherfucker's like grandfather mode. The things that have been here fucking with the things that have been here fucking with our nuclear sites and worried about all this and that. I think that they're relatively a lot younger civilization compared to this ancient thing that's coming through. I'm not with the whole fear thing. I believe that this thing's coming through to snap us out of this goddamn fear that we've been in. That's how I feel. That's what I think this thing's here for. These the ones that you're talking about, I think they've been around all the time, fucking with us, fucking with this, fucking with that, whichever ones they are. But I think this thing is coming to give a reminder. Man, I think it's gonna be a reminder of what we really are, honestly, are capable of, what we're really capable of.
So Cash, and it's interesting. It's very interesting because
You know I'm not religious.
Well, not necessarily religion about behind it, but for BVO saying kind of the way he looking at it, he BVO, and correct me if I'm wrong, BVO, with somebody moving at this pace and how they moving, more of a hostile force, right? Cash, you're looking at it in the perspective of, nah, they coming to kind of free us from the nonsense of the reality we live in.
Yeah, I get the speed and all the whole speed and all. Yeah, but this thing's interacting with our sun. If you're following the Soho and all these observatories and you see what's going on with the sun and the holes opening up in the sun, if this thing can interact with our sun like that, man, this thing can just throw. I mean, if it really wanted us out of there, it can just toss a little beam at us and we gone. You know what I mean? So, man, don't even worry about that. Worry about what the government gonna try to twist it into. If anything, shit.
I want to say this, and I want to get Rick back in here. One of the funniest things, well, I ain't gonna say funny. One of the things that I've always heard about is how the government is, and this is even before I knew anything about 3-Eye Atlas, anything about that, but how they may utilize an event, you know what I'm saying, to kind of say, hey, well, the aliens are back and this, that, whatever, right? Kind of utilize it as a mechanism for them to take control. I don't know if this is that same mechanism. I don't know.
No, it got to be, bro, because they shut the government down 2 days before this thing was crossing Mars, where all the orbiters and rovers are, and they've had the heads up for months exactly what time it's going to be there. So, I mean, that's one of the real reasons they can control the narrative. Shit.
I want to, but I want to ask this question, and I want BV. I don't know if you know about, and I always say, hell, the zodiac signs, that ain't my lane, right? I don't really live in that lane, me personally. I know I'm a Cancer. I can't tell you too much more about it. In the sky and all that, I can't really tell you too much about it. But I know my brother Rick. I know Cash. I know y'all have uh, um more knowledge in that situation. Rick, it was interesting what you were saying when you brought up the whole point that it came from the Sagittarius star system. Also, when everything I was listening to, the same way, talking about prime numbers, those type of things, right? Um, do you think, as far as the zodiac piece of it goes, right? How would you break this down? And if you, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot, I'm just asking the question. How would you break it down as far as the zodiac goes, and where it's coming from? The same place that the, I don't know if y'all remember back in the days. I believe in 1972, the Wild, when the brother when that what 30-second, 40-second clip came through, or 30-second transmission came through, and the brother, he put wild on the paper, you know what I'm saying? But they call it the wild signal. It all seemed to be coming from the same place.
Can you play this clip real quick?
Now I don't have that clip. I don't have the clip.
Now, I'm talking about the clip to show how the planets are really aligned, how the formation of what the planets are going to look like. That way, Rick can see exactly how the planets are going to be.
All right. Well,
I never really got into the. Go ahead.
Hold on, real quick. I can. Let me do it this way. Let me see if I can find it exactly.
Hey,
where.
hold on, right side, y'all. Hey man, I gotta bounce, but look, let me just end saying this, man, because I gotta go around this corner and handle something right quick. It's like with this being the oldest comet ever observed in our solar system, it speaks volumes, man. I mean, the oldest ever observed, and they've been calculating and monitoring this shit for hundreds of years. It's so out of the norm, I can't call it, dog. You know, they say it's it's not headed to Earth. It's not finna hit us. It's it's not even gonna come close to us. But
I
who
disagree.
knows?
Rick, hey, I'm gonna tell you, we don't know what's gonna happen when it comes from behind that sun. We don't know what's gonna happen.
We
Course
really
correction,
don't.
course correction is what they like to call it, but who knows what the point is gonna be. They had a point that they figured that this is where it's going, and that shit started moving up off that point by hundreds of thousands of kilometers, and they couldn't even tell you exactly why it did it. They couldn't tell you that. So
right.
I don't know what the fuck for that. I had and
hey
even,
dog.
my bad, Rick, my bad.
Look, man, at the end of the day, man, us people of African descent, melanated people. I won't say people of color. I'm gonna say black. I'm black. I'm not a person of color. Person of color, people of color, you can include yellow, red. You can hell, that's Asians, that's Hispanic. I mean, fuck that. I'm black, and we have extraterrestrial in our DNA. Extraterrestrials are our friend. So I'm not afraid of the motherfuckers coming here and trying to take over because shit, they are people at the end of the day. So all we can do is wait and see, dog. I mean, what other option we have? So
we ain't got no other option. Hey,
exactly.
Hey Rick,
exactly.
hey Rick, go do your thing, but get what I gotta tell you.
Oh boy, I love that. Every time I see you and Fanon do that, dog, it just soothes my soul, man.
Hey,
I love
the original peace sign, the real peace sign, man.
Absolutely, dog. You gonna look at any of our ancient goddamn artifacts, you gonna see anything etched in stone from black hands on ancient Kemetic walls, you gonna see this. You will never see that. And you always gonna see a man next to a woman. King with his queen. That faggot, that lesbian shit didn't come from us. That came from them Greek white folk. But let me get out of here, dog. I'm gonna hop back up if you still on, man.
hey, you know hey, shout out to my brother. Hey, I told my brother Rick, I said every time I see you, bro, man, Rick told me one time, he said, man, this the original peace sign. That's what we throwing from now on, bro. Hey, the original.
No.
The original.
Much love, y'all.
Love you,
peace,
bro.
man.
Peace, man.
Go ahead, Cash. Or BVO Cash. Y'all go ahead. Well, let me ask the question. Let me set the table.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hold on. Let me get us right real quick. All right, we good. So I gotta ask this. When we're talking about this ancient and now we're talking about an ancient civilization, right? Who know? And when I listen to them talk about, when I say them, I'm talking about scientists talking about 10 billion years old, those type of things. The technology that these people should have is gonna supersede our technology. Like we're literally ants. We're literally ants compared to them. Literally. Would you disagree with that?
Nope. Might be less than that.
He said we might not even be ants out this motherfucker. BVO.
The one thing I gotta tell you about technology, people gotta remember everything is backloaded when we get technology. Some of the technology we just now getting, they had in the 50s. I mean, I was reading about they got this I think it's called K2 on the moon. It's basically something that can be used as fuel that can fuel fuel things for 1,000 years, but they don't know how to harvest it. So it's so much technology that we can't even get to because we don't have the tools to do it. Just like we can't even build those pyramids that they built, before Christ, back where the people of Kush built those pyramids, where they try to say that there was some people all of a sudden that was white in Africa. So Think about that. They tried to rebuild the Egyptian tombs, and we don't got the with all the stuff that we have now. We can't even copy what they did in ancient times. So,
And BVO, hey, I say this respectfully. We understand why we can't do that. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody. I understand why we can't do that now. Two things. They had a different technology as far as and I think my brother Cash would call it harmonics, right? They had a different type of technology that they understood back then. And if you go around the world that we live in, respectfully, if you go look at the world we live in now, you find where Thoth or whatever you want to call these individuals, whatever these individuals went around the world and did what they did.
yeah,
I think
they understood technology way better back then than we could ever understand it today.
Yeah, I say this. The harmonics. The thing about it is they definitely had some kind of knowledge on technology that we can't even fathom, because not only were they picking up these stones that we can't even pick up and move around, they were able to melt these stones. It seems like they were able to melt granite, because you'll see scoop marks in these. I've seen a rock that's squished and a square rock that's stuck into it.
On everything I love, Cash. Correct me if I'm wrong. You sent me pictures.
I sent you
Pictures.
pictures.
He sent me pictures of the shit that he talking about right now. Like literally, where shit was. You was like, how the fuck did they do that?
They had
They
the
couldn't have
ability.
did it. We
It's
can't do it now. We don't
like
have the technology to do it now, but they did it back then.
if you look into alchemy, I mean, it tells you that once you're able to master that shit, you can pretty much manipulate any element, anything you want. You mean, and they knew how to do that basically. Shit, there's evidence of it. We can't melt no goddamn granite and then scoop that shit up and go move it and put it somewhere else and harden it instantly in whatever shape we want it. Man, come on, man. This shit is, I don't even know. It's crazy.
I think that, and this is the most interesting, and I ain't gonna lie, scary part. I'm gonna say scary.
Yeah, scary. Let me say the whole fear thing. I mean, fuck fear. Whatever religion you are, whatever faith you follow, they all got a bit. They all share the same piece, which is love each other, man. Be kind to each other, man. That to me is what this event is about. It's gonna remind us.
But that same religion has a God, regardless of who you want to speak on. They have a God that said that. Well, I ain't gonna say regardless. I ain't gonna say regardless because I don't know every religion. Not being honest, but they also had that same one that was willing to kill everybody to restart shit, right?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I mean, I guess.
What was the flood for? The flood was to kill every damn body.
yeah, but I think the flood was one of the necessary things. The thing that I get from the flood is you think about everybody that you know come from the three of Noah's sons. You know what I mean? That's amazing when you think about that. That this whole world came from, three people. It's amazing.
But that's not historically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
Not
fact.
true. It's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Historically speaking, even if you go into there's a flood story in any religion, any doctrine that you want to talk about. There's a similar flood story, right? Three people didn't repopulate the entire world.
Mm-hmm.
Not possible. But regardless of what story you want to believe or which, yeah, so I said it don't really, to me it don't really matter. It's they all got bits and pieces of the oldest story. So I mean, it is what it is. Shit, it's kind of like I guess to me the flood story, I don't even want to call it myth ever is like a reminder to us that we already defied the odds or some shit like that. Like we already did something that was shouldn't be possible. We survived that motherfucker. We still here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I take from it, honestly.
What I take from is a lot of excitement. One thing that's kind of funny about this is you think about some of our ancestors, man, like Elijah Muhammad had the calculations to the whole planet. This man had a third grade education. I think there's something called the power of now. And I think every once in a while we see people dip into that, and that's that internal knowledge. You think about, I'm bringing it a little different. You think about Dr. King, man, this a dude who's 38 years old. The way he was speaking back then was crazy. A lot of us are around that age or getting to that age, and we're not speaking like that. I think there's a such thing as how you can tap into internal information, man, because something made those people think to build those pyramids. Something made them people think to have something when we gone. You talking about 2-3 ton stones being put in crazy positions that we never can understand how they put like that. I mean, you think about how deep they were saying some of those tombs. I mean, some of those pyramids are as deep as the Empire State Building. Pardon me, if not deeper. So it's a lot to it, man. I'm excited to see what happens.
But the problem is that the people and man, those hell, and I say this respectfully, even the pyramids the pyramids of Giza that's in Egypt, right? Those aren't even the most amazing pyramids in the world. They're not. If you go look into Central America, right? If you go look into and hell, I didn't. We didn't had these conversations. We done did the research over here. The megalithic situation. These pyramids exist, and more pyramids, bigger, better, around the world. They exist, and the reason that they were able to be built, and I agree with you on the fact that, yeah, we don't have the technology today to build them, but the technology, hey, people are harsh on me, and y'all, people don't believe I believe in the Bible, right? They don't believe I believe in the Bible. I grew up on the Bible. I believe in it. BVO, let me know when you got to go, cause I'm gonna be long winded on this one. I believe in the Bible 100%, right? I also, even though I believe in the Bible, I still believe that, there were individuals, and I would call them the Anunnaki. That's what this is the most interesting thing for me. I don't know if this spacecraft is the Anunnaki. It may be, it may not be. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I would love for it to be. But the thing is this. When we speak on how the pyramids were built, when we speak on that, right? The reason I speak the way I speak is because biblically speaking, right? If I would have asked you, biblically speaking, right? Where was Moses from biblically?
I couldn't tell you, man.
He's from I'll tell you. I ain't
Go ahead.
trying to put you in respectful. I ain't trying to put you in a hole, nothing like that. He's from right? Ur of the Chaldeans. That's where Moses is from, right? Ur of the Chaldeans, where is that? Sumeria. That's where he came from. Where he grew up at. He grew up. Samaria is the Sumerians, respectfully, they're the oldest known, or they're the first. They're the most ancient civilization that that we know of, or not even the Sumerians though. They're the most ancient civilization that we know of, right? Biblically speaking, if you look it up, go look where Moses is from. It'll tell you he's from Ur, right? So when I go look into the oldest, and I do this all the time. No disrespect, BBO. You my brother. Love you. I'm glad we have this. I don't know if we ever had this opportunity to have this conversation. I think it's the first time we ever had the opportunity to have this conversation. Let me get this right. Have we ever had this opportunity to have the conversation? Biblically?
I don't think so.
First time. So Moses from Ur of the Chaldeans, right? If you look at Ur of the Chaldeans, that's Sumeria. I have to go look into the Sumerians now, right? Because that's where he was raised at. The same way when we talk about Jesus, Yeshua, whatever the people want to call him, when they came in there, what's the brother name? Herod. Herod? Is it Herod? Herod? I don't know how you want to. When he was looking to kill Jesus, right? As a baby, he sent the 3 wise men first. That's what he did. He sent the 3 wise men.
Mm-hmm.
What the 3 wise? What they brought? Frankincense, myrrh, and was it
Corpus
gold?
Christus. Corpus Christus.
Say it again.
They had something called Corpus Christus too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But he was looking to get rid of that young brother, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's why he sent the 3 wise men to find out where he at. He sent gifts first, but he was really looking to track him down. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, he was.
And when that happened, what did Joseph, Jesus' father at that time, respectfully, he had a dream. Biblically speaking, a dream where God told him, "Man, get this nigga out of here, get him out of here." He utilized what he was sent in those situations. He utilized that, and where he took him to Egypt.
Yeah, you got to remember this. His mouth was supposedly shut, where he couldn't talk.
Where he took him to though?
Mm-hmm.
Where he took him?
Egypt.
He took him to Egypt. Jesus, Yeshua, the Son of God. What did the Son of God learn at? In Egypt. It's a fact.
You know, that's why when I think about when they talk about the Library of Alexandria burning down, I don't think that was by accident.
They burnt it on purpose. They burnt it. They didn't. The Sphinx nose was chopped off. They did all this shit on purpose. It wasn't no coincidence. It wasn't a coincidence. It was individual being out of order. Go ahead, BB. I apologize. You know I get out.
No, I'm listening. I don't know a ton about this, so I'm listening. I don't know a ton about where we're going, so I'm in the car with my seatbelt on.
I get passionate about this stuff. I get passionate, and I talk to my grandma about this. Me and her, we argue about it, but
You
Well,
know,
go
you
ahead.
know the thing I think that happens sometimes is that we don't realize that nobody dies for a lie. You think about all of the people, and they got accounts from non-Christian references about people seeing Jesus, how he existed, the miracles he did, and it's just amazing. And I think sometimes we got to remember when we talk about the Bible. I think there were other people around. I just like when you talk about Adam and Eve. I think there had to be other people around because how was Cain able to find a wife so fast? You know what I mean? So I just think that sometimes I think the stories are focused on who they're focused on at that moment, but there's a whole world out there. I mean, just like you look at all the oil from the dinosaurs, you don't necessarily hear about the dinosaurs in the Bible. So I mean, I think that's the cool thing about God, man. He got everything so rigged, you can never really find it out. Just like I found out the other day, about these plants, right? They got something called biotin. Help you with your hair, your nails, and it's just like this is nothing but a herb. It's amazing how God got everything you need in these herbs. Like I've recently, been changing my diet, and I feel incredible because I'm understanding that food is medicine.
Well,
I didn't
hell,
know
wait
I
a
didn't know
minute.
that
Wait a
growing up.
minute. Wait a
Go
minute. When you gonna call a brother and be like, "Hey, bro, hey, you need to be on this right here"? When you gonna call a brother?
ahead. Hey, I'm learning for myself too, and once I learn, I'm gonna share the information.
Put
I
me
don't want
on.
to. But the cool thing is, I think that we gotta remember, man, we got an opportunity to heal our body because what God made for us. Like I've been eating. This is gonna sound crazy. Keep me from getting off topic, but I've been eating real food, and I'm not talking about like bull crap stuff. I'm talking about like really food, and you feel incredible when you eat 2 and 3 ingredient foods. It's like I think it's funny. I think it all lines up. I think in your health you find Christ as well. Like you ever been on a fast and you get off that fast and you just get to praying and it's almost like God sitting in the living room with you. I think those things all correlate to each other. Malcolm and Martin was going on 30 and 40-day fast. You got to remember, we're their age now, Dub. Like, we're their age now. And Malcolm went on a 40-day fast. Can you imagine that? Could you imagine
Yeah,
how he was thinking?
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hmm.
You moving the goalposts, and the reason I say you moving the goalposts is because and I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing.
Hmm.
My problem is we're speaking biblically right now.
Yeah.
I want to let's keep the conversation biblical. Biblical. Let's
The
have
reason the reason I brought that up is because I'm realizing it all correlates. When you talk about biblically, what do he say? If my people who are called by my name, would turn down their plates, what is he talking about? Why is he saying that? That's why I brought that up because one of my favorite scriptures is in the word became flesh. You realize the things that we say, that we talk about, become real. That's what I mean when we talking biblically. Like it's so powerful to me. It's like I kind of feel like how my grandfather and grandma used to feel like, God is real. In your everyday life, you just see him. It's my bad, man. That stuff gets me excited, bro. That stuff gets me excited, bro.
real quick. Let me bring my brother up here, man. I hope he in order. And let me get us right real quick. Let me fix everything so we right. Shit, let me turn the music back on this motherfucker, man. Cause with this nigga here. All right, here we go. Shout out to my brother, man. And I'm gonna talk crazy about him, but that's still my brother Piro. What's going on, man?
Pseudo, what up?
Piro Sudo is in the building.
That's my name. Don't wear it out. What it is,
Piro,
homies. What it is.
let me ask you a question,
Hey,
Piro.
Paso Hermano.
Que only way.
I don't know. Hey, that the whole way thing, that whole thing is still screwing me up. Way, it still fucked me up. Anyway,
It's common, bro. It just means dude. That's all.
Oh,
it literally means dude. That's what it literally means.
Well, I just it's still man. Y'all use way. Y'all use that shit. Anyway, that's a whole nother story.
Like if you hear puto, then all right, then you're gonna start to be like, ah, shit. What are you talking about? What you, like shit? You're about to start throwing them hands.
I don't know shit about it. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't know shit about it.
It's all good.
I don't know. It's about
I don't know shit about it.
Compa's a good one. Compa's a good one.
Harold, let me ask you this. I don't know if we ever had a biblical conversation or religious conversation. I don't know if we've ever had that.
Issachar, homie, shalom.
Say it again.
I said Issachar, homie, shalom.
Are you religious?
I'm an Israelite, bruh. From the original 12 tribes of Judah, bruh. Tribe of Issachar.
All right.
No, factual facts. That's what my brother Lebaniah told me.
Who?
His name is Lebaniah. You know him, bro. Lebaniah Hebrew.
I don't know.
You remember Lebaniah from H's channel?
Shit, I done got cussed out plenty of times by people. So I don't
he was cool people. He was cool people.
I don't remember Lebaniah.
Just haven't seen him in a while. But anyway, he was Hebrew Israelite, Black Israelites as one. That's one description of them. So you know, my brother BH, he's a Hebrew Israelite as well.
And you said you from the tribe of Issachar?
As explained to me by BH and by my brother Lebaniah, yes, Mexicans are descended from the tribe of Issachar.
All Mexicans?
Most.
Okay.
Like native Mexicans, like Indios, indígenas. The indigenous peoples of Mexico.
I plead the fifth. I don't know nothing.
Not what do people call them? Mulattoes?
Not the Spaniard ones, huh?
Not the Spaniard mix. Like on my mom's side, like
Ryan Garcia, not the Ryan Garcia.
Pure-blooded Chichimeca. On my dad's side, we mixed.
Because they look more like us when they regular. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
See, this is what my ugly ass looks like.
Hey, all right. Y'all got it. I don't know shit
your ugly ass, Dub, today with your ugly Cowboys hat on or Cowboys beanie.
What? Hold on, man. Hey, man, I'm rocking. Hey, I rock who I rock.
I ain't tripping, bro. I mean, like, there's like the level losers nowadays, bro. But I remember when the Dallas Cowboys were it, bro.
Yeah, back in the early 90s, huh?
I remember when they were it, bro. I remember they beat the hell out of us 55-10, bro. Cried my eyes out as a little kid.
Are you a Chargers fan?
Nah, Bronco. We were up 10-0 going into the third quarter at the halftime. 55 straight points, bro.
What year was this?
This was 1990. I believe it was 90. It was like early 90s. It was, I believe it was like their second championship. In that, because they're 5-5, right? Or 5-0, excuse me. Yep.
You said we what? 5-0.
Yeah, I believe the Dallas Cowboys are 5-0 in the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. Or is that the Niners?
No, you're not. No. We ain't 5-0. Well,
I think they 5-2, right? Because they lost to the Steelers twice.
Yeah, well,
in the 70s.
I was gonna say, if you look back on it, we had a good run of 3 straight, but we done lost Super Bowls. In my opinion, I believe twice at least.
Let me see. I tell you that right now. I believe y'all 5-0, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, we got 5 Super Bowls.
As a wise man says, I ain't gonna hold you.
I think we got 5 Super Bowls, but I think we done lost in the Super Bowl at least once.
Well, y'all lost twice to the to the Steelers in the 70s.
All right, so twice. So
you guys 10 times you guys been in the Super Bowl, so you guys are 5-5.
Oh, okay. I knew they somewhere around there.
I don't know how you came up with 5-0.
Somebody's 5-0 in the Super Bowl. I know it. I think it might be the Niners, but I might be.
It might be the Niners because
I might be tripping though, because the Niners lost to remember they lost to remember Kaepernick almost had him there, but the guy like fumbled the
Versus the
punt
Ravens, yeah, they lost to the Ravens.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's undefeated in the Super Bowl, bro.
I don't think so either. Hold on, I'm looking up the championship Super Bowl. I know you guys beat us 55-10.
Hey Dub, let me ask you a quick question. While you looking that up,
he could do it.
When you was growing up, man, and now that you're grown, did you kind of think it was totally like it was some things you were learning in the hall that you had to change, or you agree with everything that you read growing up?
Say that again.
I said when you was growing up in the hall, when you finally became an adult,
the Kingdom Hall.
Yeah, were there things that when you became an adult, you said, you know what, I don't agree with this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because just like with me, I feel like the perfection gospel, I've learned that it's not about perfection. It's about the process of, you know what I mean?
You know,
really learning God.
You know, the most interesting thing is that I have so much love and respect for Jehovah's Witnesses because although I don't agree with 100% of anything that they do, one of the things that happened for me is nigga, it like I learned scripture. You know what I'm saying? Like, then gave Bible readings. The reason I can have conversations today about this and still kind of recall it without having to look anything up is because it's kind of how I grew up. I don't agree with everything. It's funny now. Me and my mom, we chop it up on a regular basis. Shout out to my moms. My grandma's still a Jehovah's Witness. My mom was disfellowship, right? She's now she's looking to she's starting to go back to meetings and these type of things, and me and her, we were talking, and one of the brothers, one of the old school brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was going there, Brother Hubbard, he was a brother when I was 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, you know what I'm saying? He was a brother then. And my thing is don't force nobody to do nothing. That's the one thing that I hold against them. Don't force me to do anything, right? And the great thing is though, scripture, like, bro, I know I can have a conversation with you and I know scripture simply because, nigga, I grew up on it. I grew up on all that. You know what I mean? And so I think that's very valuable. Very valuable to grow up on it, be able to speak to it. Me and Shawa, shout out to my sister, we were having a conversation and I'm pulling script. Well, we having a conversation and I made her pull scriptures where I really didn't even, sometimes I don't know, I don't even know that it's going to come out that way, if that makes sense. But when you go back and you dig down into your roots, it's part of my roots. So I got a lot of love for them. I got a lot of love for Jehovah's Witnesses because, hey, you gotta read. You gotta understand. Like, as I got older, I disagree. I disagree with certain things. I disagree. But I can pull scriptures and speak on it because that was my foundation. So I got a lot of love and respect for them.
Respectfully, Dub, I just looked it up. It wasn't the Cowboys. It was the Niners.
Okay.
And at the point since 2012 when they first made it back to the Super Bowl, they were 5-0.
Fuck them. Hey, fuck San Francisco, man. Fuck.
I got nothing against San Francisco, but yeah, that one broke my heart. 55-10.
I got everything against them. I got everything.
1990, bruh.
I got everything against San Francisco, man.
And that was the year I was born, 1990.
I was 10 years old, bruh.
Great year.
Bronco fan till I die, even though I don't watch football no more, man.
I was 2 years old, and guess what? Fuck
What my man
Cowboys,
Russell Wilson
bruh.
say? What he
Till I
say?
die.
Let's ride, Broncos Nation. Let's ride. Hey,
Nah, but I got nothing against the Cowboys. I actually like the Cowboys. They're a good team.
Pero, let me ask this.
What's up, my brother?
I don't know, and I'm probably putting you in a bad spot here.
No, you can't put me in a bad spot because like all the crazy shit y'all talk like it's a fact and all, bruh. Yeah, I'm already winning before you ask the question. But go ahead.
Can I talk to you biblically speaking?
You can talk to me any speaking you want, bro. I'm like extremely open-minded.
Do you know the Bible?
Well, I study it in catechism. I haven't read my Bible in years because I'm not very religions.
What is catechism? What is that?
Catechism is where they teach you your faith for the Catholic.
Is that
religion.
Catholic? Is that
Catholic
Catholic
religion? Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm actually very open-minded. It's funny that you talk about Jehovah's Witnesses because I'm actually very open-minded because of my mom's life experiences with the Jehovah's Witness faith and how they broke her heart. Not the faith, but her best friends at the time that were trying to convert her.
They turned on her. They turned on her.
They did, and they actually told her like right away. But my mother also told her right away too. There's nothing you could tell me that will make me convert. I just very curious about your religion. So she studied for 2 years straight and deeply immersed in the Jehovah's Witness faith. But as it usually comes, the day came, are you going to convert? And she's like, no, I'm a devout Catholic.
That's my problem right there with her.
Mm-hmm.
You sit here and you want to be holier than thou. Mm-hmm. And I'm very biased. I'm going to just be honest. My grandma, she done been a Jehovah's Witness my whole life, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mom was a Jehovah's Witness before I was born. When I was born, she got kicked out. This fellowship is what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason she was disfellowship because I was born.
Out of wedlock.
Yeah,
some bullshit.
And the craziest thing is that nigga, you supposed to when Jesus, and once again, I go and I'm listening to this and researching it, and I done did all of that. But hell, Peter is the same individual, right? When he cut a motherfucker ear off, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all remember that? And scripturally speaking, he cut somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
When they was coming after Jesus, he put the sword on their ass, right? But he was the individual that what we would consider a disciple, right?
Yeah. Or what about Mary, the one that carried Jesus, right? She had a husband, right?
Supposedly.
Yeah. And how old was she?
I can't tell you the age.
She was like 12 years old, bro.
But I don't know the age. If that's the case,
it's debated. But she was technically a minor. But like I said, like nowadays we're like pedo this, pedo that. But like literally, like I think you mentioned it in one of your lives. Like there's like the legal marriage age in some states is still like 16 and shit,
which is ridiculous.
You know? Yeah, no, and I get it. Like I get it.
But my whole thing is wait a minute. If you can, and Cash, I'm gonna put you on mute. You got some background noise. Respect.
My bad.
Lieutenant.
If I can come out this motherfucker and cut a nigga ear off, right?
Yes, sir.
Ain't no smoke there. And it's interesting. If you look at the Gospels, right? Mm-hmm. What they call the Gospels, John, Luke, I believe. Let me make sure I say this the right way.
It was John, Luke, Larry, Curly, and Mo.
You out of order. You out of order.
That's a joke. I stole that joke, but go ahead.
But all I'm saying is, shit. Hey, and the majority of them gospel, get what? They ain't even named the individual. I believe, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I believe John was the one, and I think John wrote his a little later than everybody else. But
Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. Excuse my intrusion.
Agreed.
You talking about the four Gospels?
Yeah. Mark, Matthew, Luke,
and John.
John was the only one who told us that Peter was the one to cut a mother. He was the John was the only one to say that Peter was the one to pull the sword on his ass.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else, guess what they said? Somebody pulled the sword out. Somebody did. We don't know who. We don't know. They ain't never named names.
I got a question for you, Doug.
Go ahead.
Have you ever tried to like figure out the whole timing of the Bible, and then like
I have.
Have you ever? Yeah, but I'm not done with my question. And then look at how we have, like, clearly there's a section of time that they're not telling us about, because I can show you countless places of these buildings where we just moved over and these buildings were here, and they said that we built these motherfuckers with horse and buggy. So, and I can show you pictures of cities that are just empty with nobody in that motherfucker. So there is a time that's missing. And I went and I tried to, like, on my own, not knowing nothing about the Bible. So I went everywhere I could, try to figure out when does the Bible say the time started? And what I got to, it seems like we're not in 2025, man, which is irrelevant. It's irrelevant where we are, but man, what if the goddamn, what do they call it? What was like damn, what's the fucking age they call it when it was all fucking knights in shining armor and all this shit going on?
Medieval times.
Medieval times. What if medieval times is really this time in y'all's Bible that they say that the devil came out this hole or whatever the fuck this nigga did?
But Cash, see, Cash.
Now hold on, because I don't understand this whole.
But you can't ask the question. You can't ask the question.
I'm not done with
No. But you can't ask the question and then not allow me to respond to it. You don't
asking a question, Odell. Let him cook.
Go ahead.
I guess it was too much. It was kind of an elaborate question, man. My bad.
No,
my
go
bad.
ahead.
And my bad. Up.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I want to hear what you were gonna say.
My thing is the question, and I can't even get the medieval times. The reason I can't get the medieval times is because the Bible, the questions that I ask, right? And as you would say, speaking on the buildings and all that, it doesn't line up for me. I can't even get the medieval times. I gotta be way before medieval times. But that's why I say I want you to finish your question so I can answer it to exactly what you're asking.
I don't even know how to ask my damn question. I'm just trying to. I was trying to figure a damn timeline out, man. Because I'm trying to figure out why so many people are stuck on the Bible. At what point, when you find out certain stories came from way ancient stories, how come at that point you don't go read those way ancient stories? And why are you not interested in this, where your story came from? If your story originated somewhere else, why are you not caring about that? I don't understand that. So, is it just
but that's
in the Bible? Does it say somewhere like you have to believe without question? Does it say that in the Bible somewhere?
But that's the problem.
Yes,
Cash.
Oh shit!
Hold on, Cash. But that's the problem. Oh, I always say this, and answering your question directly. Man. The reason I go back to
Carol, where does it say that, man?
God damn, bro.
My bad.
I didn't mean to rile him up. My bad, Dub. Go ahead.
The reason I go back to ancient Samaria is because I look at the story of what story do I look at to go back to ancient Samaria? I want to see if y'all know. Of Noah. I look at Noah And then I say, well, who was Noah's grandfather? Right? Where was Noah from? Ur of the Chaldeans. Hence the reason I go back to Samaria. Hence the
Wasn't
reason.
Methuselah his grandfather?
Thank you. No. Enoch was. Methuselah was Enoch's respect.
Son.
So, but the thing is that's exactly how I get back to the Sumerian text.
Inky was his grandfather, not these other names.
Well, you can see, but this is the problem. When you ask the question, you want to correct, but then you say, well, y'all want to speak on the Bible, and I tell you how I get back to where I get to.
You just took it to Sumerian, nigga. That's why. What are you talking about? I didn't take it there. You did.
You literally asked me. You literally said, do you not go back and look at these ancient stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's older than the Sumerian? What's older than the Sumerians?
You got it.
I know I do. I know I got it. I know I got it. No. Well, Cash know like I know. What I'm telling you is that I go back and look at these things. If you're from Ur the Chaldeans, well, what the hell? Where is that from? And what were they learning? Then you go back and look at the Sumerians. Hence the reason I talk about the Anunnaki. I can talk about it. The reason I can talk about it is because I literally did what you said. You ain't got to tell me, biblically speaking, I can go back and look. Enoch, man, the book of Enoch is one of the most powerful books you can read. Have y'all read the book of Enoch?
Fiction. I don't like it.
You don't like it. That's fine.
Nah,
you don't like it.
It wasn't a very good story. Like I like Star Wars better, to be honest.
See, and I'm not talking about what I like or what I dislike. I'm not worried about what I like or dislike. I'm not worried about that. I'm just the book of Enoch. Enoch was one of the few people in the Bible. Between him and Elijah, they were the only two people. They never died, right? They were translated, according biblically speaking. So I gotta go back and look at what Enoch was talking about. I gotta look at it. I gotta look at what Elijah
Odin
was
and
talking
Thor?
about. Hold on, man. You out of order. I gotta look at what Elijah was talking about.
Nigga, extra fresh since ever you got on camera. You got it. Go ahead.
Now make sure. Nigga, I done talk like this. I done talk like this since y'all know me.
I'm fucking with you, man.
Let me hold on. Let me turn my camera off.
I got a question though. Is the pyramid in the Bible?
You're like a motherfucker.
Is the pyramid in the Bible, bro? Do they talk about something under the pyramid in the Bible?
They always go ahead.
Say that again, Piro?
I said they do. It's called sand.
I can't. The last word.
I'm joking about. My bad. Continue.
Oh man, don't do that. I'm asking a serious question.
In biblically speaking, they always talk about the Ark of the Covenant. They never related directly to the pyramids. It's never been related directly to the pyramids, but any biblically speaking, whether it's any main figure in the Bible always learned from where? Egypt. They learned in Egypt. So I'm not gonna say they speak directly on the pyramids, but you tell me whether it was Jesus, Joseph, you tell me an individual, Moses, you tell me who didn't learn in Egypt. You tell me.
Who you asking?
Anybody.
L. Ron Hubbard.
All right, you got it.
He didn't learn in Egypt. He didn't.
He not in the Bible either.
I know, but he is
no. You got to listen to
religion. Though.
You got to listen.
Religion.
You got to listen to
that he's created.
You got to listen to the question and answer the question. I said, biblically speaking, who didn't learn in Egypt? That was my question.
Let me see. I'm gonna say I don't know.
Exactly.
That's my answer.
So they don't. The Bible doesn't speak directly on the pyramids, but at the same time, you name a scholar of the Bible or niggas learned in Egypt. That's where they learned it. They learned in Egypt.
Who's supposed to be in the bottomless pit?
BVO.
Who's supposed to ask that question again? Who's supposed to be in the bottomless pit?
Is there like a bottomless pit or some hole dug in somewhere in the earth or something like that?
DSTN network?
Yeah, I can't answer that question. I don't know. I don't know about a bottomless pit. I don't know about that.
What I tell you. But anyway, all jokes aside, I respect everybody's views on what they believe, what they don't believe. I think it's fascinating, to be honest. Not every single one. Obviously, there's some very silly, so
shout out to my brother David Chastain in the building, man. Shout out to my brother.
Y'all get what I'm saying? But
Pura, but for real though. Hey, Pura, where
very fascinating.
Where does it say that, Pura?
No, I was just joking around. But
no, I'm talking about that you have to believe without question or whatever I ask you.
I mean, that's the essence of religion.
No, that's not
believing in all of it. It's all based on blind faith.
But no, that's not true. That's not true.
It is true.
Nah, bro, but I asked you.
Biblically speaking, you should challenge everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's why.
No, you just said you're supposed to believe with blind faith. No.
You're not saying you're not supposed to believe. I'm saying that's the premise that all this works on. Is believing in something higher than yourself that cannot be proven beyond the shadow of a doubt.
And hence the reason. If I can't prove it without a shadow of a doubt, I should challenge it.
Yeah, correct? Exactly. And I wholeheartedly agree. That was kind of like my whole thing about my mom and the point you brought up of Jehovah's Witnesses. Like that like not only strengthened her faith in her particular religion, but also showed her that like literally like humans, which a lot of this is based on, are very flawed and they'll let you down.
Well, hey, I ain't got no problem. Real quick, I want to ask this, Piro.
Yes, sir, my friend.
What you got on 3i, man?
It is a interstellar comet, just like the two before it. Nothing that's been shown up to this point cannot be explained by science.
That lets you know it's not a comet, bro.
What is it then, Cash?
No, I'm just saying that if all these things, they got a list of things that say this lets you know that this over here would be a comet. If none of these things match this, then they can't really call it a comet.
But they all match it.
What do you mean?
Like everything that's scientifically observable that we know about, that we can monitor, points to it being a comet.
No, not this one. You talking about other ones?
Yes. No, this one. Just like the two previous. No, it is facts. It is facts, brother.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Give me one scientific metric that points to it not being a comet.
I can.
Bro, it picked up in speed. It reduced.
And how does it pick up in speed, sir?
Bro, I'm just telling you what the data says. That's all. I'm saying.
How does it pick up in speed? Is what I'm saying.
That's irrelevant to the fact.
No, it's not irrelevant. It's very relevant.
Pure, just hang on. It's not to me. It's not to you. It might be relevant to me.
It's just science. It's just science, brother.
I know science. Yeah. But when science can't explain how an object picks up speed, what do you call that? Pure.
No, they can, and they have.
Pure, I don't know who you're following, bro, but
scientists, bro, that study this stuff for a living, not guessing.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. It might be like, you know, you got mainstream scientists who are gonna always hold the
There
narrative.
is no such thing as mainstream scientists.
Oh shit.
There isn't, brother.
You can't argue with some people, man.
No, I'm serious, Cash. Lieutenant, I'm not trying to jerk your chain. I'm trying to be funny, bro. It's just there's no such thing as mainstream scientists. There's just scientists, brother.
I call them mainstream. I call them certain.
No, I know, and that's your privilege.
A certain group of scientists
brother.
who maintain the paradigm no matter what. You know what I mean? And then you got other scientists who will not try to like rationalize everything. You can't rationalize something that can't be right. So I don't understand how you could rationalize all this data that's came out.
I can't rationalize it, but people that study the stuff can.
Hey, man.
And it shows no characteristics than any of the other two interstellar comets that they observed in the last 20 years.
I'll tell you some characteristics that they did see that they'd never seen before, Puro. The polarization, how they try to figure out how much light is reflecting off this thing. Most of the time, it's always like a up and a down, because most objects they track have different. It's not like a geometric shape to where you always be seeing the same thing. This thing had like basically no change in polarization. It
had changes.
No, it didn't, bro. I'm giving you.
All right, cite me your source.
This is the thing. I don't know where you're getting your fact these things, but
from the scientific community, from the papers that they've published.
I mean, bro, you don't know that. I mean, hey, all right. I'm just trying to tell you that there's other data out there.
I mean, it's all the same data. There's no other data.
All right, bro.
I mean, they have pictures of it. Like, you can see it with your own eyes.
Pictures of what?
Of the comet.
Oh, man. They don't got no clear pictures of the comet.
Yeah, they do.
Man, I don't know. Damn, that's how they get us. They put out so much different shit.
It's not how they get us, bro. No, it's all the information that's out there is for you to get as well. It's all there. All the images that were captured from the especially this one, what is it called? 3i Atlas?
Mm-hmm.
3i Atlas was
let me ask you this,
by the telescope in Chile, the Hubble telescope, and the one in Canada, if I believe.
Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question. Can I ask it? I just want to ask one question.
No, Dub, you can't. Of course, sir. Of course, sir. Come on.
So when we watch and study this craft, right? Okay, comet. I'm calling it a comet. I ain't gonna say craft. We're calling it a comet. Two questions. When it's spewing or putting out a substance that it doesn't have a tail behind it, the tail is in front of it, focused on the sun, do you think that's normal?
Can you repeat your statement again?
When it has a tail that's being put out that isn't behind it, is focused on the sun, would you call that normal?
So it has a tail that's behind it that's focused on the sun.
I didn't say that.
Okay, say it again then, please.
God damn. When it has a tail, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not behind it, that's focused on the sun, it's in front of it. The tail is a forward tail. Is in front of this object, right? It's not behind the object, it's in front of it. Would you call that normal?
And where did you see that it's in front of it?
Have you seen it? Have you not seen that?
I've seen the pictures of the comet and its tail is behind it.
I would. So let me do it this way.
Can you show me a picture of the tail in front of it?
Well, I can. I can do that.
Please,
I can do that.
please. Yeah, because I'm looking at a picture right now, and the tail's behind it.
Before I show any pictures, and the only reason I say this is because when you start showing shit on YouTube, they'll shut your shit down. Respectfully, I say that respectfully.
Nah, you can say it. I did a whole live about it. I showed a whole bunch of pictures, videos of all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, Kazi, is the tail in front or behind?
It would be behind.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. Well, naturally, because if it's moving forward, the trail of it would be right.
And I think
I'm
sorry, Kazi, I cut you off. Bye, buddy. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. I just got here. You guys are good. All good.
Yeah, but they've measured what is coming from the front of this towards the sun, and it's 10 times as long as it is wide. Like, this data is out here, so I'm saying you gotta maybe just like search a little more and get everything, and that way you can
No, I have everything. I have everything.
You think you do, bro?
Okay, where are you getting your other data from?
I was gonna tell you, like, I would search Avi Loeb. I would search his what do they call his understudy at the damn
the paper that he wrote,
the college where he works at. Yeah, he got a bunch of papers, but
Harvard,
he speaks on it. He got I read his papers too, but he speaks on it too, and he tells you all the things, all the data that he's got from this thing.
And where's he getting his data from?
That's the thing. They all get the. You got a bunch of
data, right?
You got a bunch of different people who get a collection of data, but not everybody's looking for the same thing. Is what I'm trying to say, bro.
No, I understand, but that's not how you phrased your statement.
What do you mean?
Like, you phrased your statement like if these people had other data that the other scientific community doesn't have.
Yeah, because like where you're saying, because bro, you said that there's no anomalies. Like, there's many anomalies.
No, there's many anomalies, of course. Like especially in this particular one, the main anomaly is how fast that it's coming in.
That's not the main anomaly, though.
But that's literally the biggest anomaly that
I guess
like,
anybody
was first observed.
It depends on what people think.
It's the fastest traveling comet to ever be observed by us.
Yeah, and it's also the only comet to be having only nickel atoms with no iron atoms, bro, along with cyanide and water. Like, there's a lot of.
But that can't be because all those are theories that you're proposing. It can't.
That's not a theory, bro. That is
no. These are all theories.
They have a way to measure it on certain wavelengths of certain atoms of certain elements, bro. Like, there's a known way to.
So where are they getting these measurements?
Let me explain to you. Every comet that they ran however way they figure out these waves, they always find iron and nickel around the same ratio. This is iron. This is nickel, no iron. That's what I'm saying. I'm not telling you I'm not trying to tell you nothing that's cap shit.
All right, you want me to search it up real quick for you? But it is hold on. But pure source. So there is that one scientist that Cash is saying. He's the one that's one of few, but he's also a Harvard professor, so he's not just like a regular ass dude. But he's proposing that it could be alien in nature because how weird it acts. You know, it's not normal. So as long as they've been absorbing comets, this was one of three. So this is that's why it's what is it? Something 3. So there was 2 before this one.
Yeah, it was.
But you had I-1, which was
Russian. The Russian one was the second one, and the first one was Odysseus or Odymius. Or
Oumuamua. If you got Oumuamua, you got Borisov.
Oumuamua and Borisov, and then this one.
But the problem is Oumuamua and Borisov didn't do what this. It didn't. First off, and I say this respectfully, the size of it, the speed of it, for you to have something that is continuously gaining speed and then it's starting to slow down now when it gets very close to the sun,
No.
slowing.
It's the opposite.
No,
it's the opposite.
Okay.
It's the opposite.
All right, go ahead.
It's the opposite.
So you're telling me that
No, I think he's right.
Hold on. So you're telling me that at this current moment in time, it's that this whatever it is, we're gonna use the word comet. We're gonna say comet. You're telling me it's not slowing down and just getting closer to the sun. It's not slowing down.
No, it starts speeding up.
No, that's not true.
No, it is true. You have it backwards, brother. You have it backwards, bro.
Have you done research on this?
Yes. Sounds like you haven't, or you're just getting what people have told you. But you just have it backwards, brother. That's all.
No, I think you have it backwards, Puro. That's why
No, I don't.
It's an anomaly. It doesn't. It's not behaving like a regular comet. That's the explanation. That's why they're trying to figure out what is it doing that it doesn't follow the same trajectory as the normal comet.
Hold on. Hold on. No.
I've listened to you, Dub.
Let me ask the panel.
Can I cook real quick?
I'm gonna let you cook.
Yeah.
Before I let you, I got you.
You ain't gonna let me cook, Dub. It's okay.
On my son's life, I'm gonna let you cook.
All good, brother.
On my son's life, I'm gonna let you.
All right,
cook.
just let me cook now, brother.
Well, no. Before you cook, anybody, and I won't. As far as the panel go, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this object, is it slowing down at this current moment in time when it's coming toward the sun? Is it slowing down or speeding up?
Can I cook?
Go ahead.
Okay, so because of its velocity, that when we first saw it, fastest comet, interstellar comet, by the way, that we've ever seen. It's not slowing down like say a normal comet would, like a non-interstellar comet would, because of the gravity that the sun produces and all surrounding planets and stuff like that generate a gravitational field. Because of its speed, nothing slows it down. So at the end of the day, because of its speed, the closer it gets to, I forgot what the technical term is. It starts with a P. It's the one where they're saying that you can't see it. Any telescope when it goes behind the sun. What's it called?
Some shit. I know what you.
Yeah,
when it comes as close as it's gonna go to the sun.
Exactly.
I got you. Go ahead.
At that point, it's gonna get to its fastest speed. So literally, there's nothing.
But the problem that we're having with what you're saying, when it comes as close as it's gonna come to the sun, it speeds up. The reason it speeds up is because the gravitational pull of the sun. That's why it speeds up. So what you're saying, and the reason we're disagreeing at this current moment in time, is because we've watched it slow down. It's not acting like a normal. It's not acting like. If you look at any other comet, right? When shit get close to the sun, it start to speed up. The reason it speed up is because the gravitational pull, and it slingshot off that motherfucker. That's not what we're seeing.
That's where your logic is off.
My logic is wrong.
No, it's because like if you what you're saying is true, and that it speeds up once it gets as closest to the sun because of the sun's gravitational pull. Your logic is stating that the sun's gravitational pull is stronger than its velocity, and if that was the case, it would slow down. It would not speed up. This is the difference between this one and the other ones, is that it's moving so fast that instead of slowing down, it's going to speed up.
The problem is
its velocity.
See, and this is the problem, Pira. If it goes by nature, if it goes by how things normally react, right? You name it. You. The problem is what you're speaking on. Even if you're right, and I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is throughout history, when we've observed these comets get close to the sun, there's a certain pattern that happens.
Mm-hmm.
This quote unquote comet is not following that pattern. It's not following it.
Why?
See, you ask,
but pure.
hold on. You're asking me why.
Yes.
I can't tell you why. I can't tell you.
Why can't you tell me why?
Hold
I can tell you.
Hold on.
I can tell you.
Well, you hold on. Wait a minute.
And you
hold on,
and
man.
me probably have the same
See,
amount
see,
of
see,
knowledge in astrophysics.
This is the problem. Instead
you
of
cut me off
letting
every single time, brother.
No, you cut me off this time,
brother. You don't even let me cook, bro. You don't even let me cook.
Go ahead.
You don't even let me cook.
Go ahead.
Justice for Puro.
No, I'm just saying, bro. It's like just let me cook, bro. Like instead of just like
I was the one talking.
All right, Dub,
I was talking.
It's your show. Go ahead, Billy Carson. Go ahead, Billy Carson. You got it.
No, nigga. See, you want to make it? Nah, nigga. I was the one talking, and you cut me off. I didn't cut you off. Matter of fact, when you started talking, I said, "Let me shut up. Let this brother cook." I said that.
No, I shut up actually, Dub, and I'm like, and then you asked the whole panel the question, and then I'm like, "Can I cook?" Because the panel stayed silent. But it's cool, Dub. It's your show. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Piero. You go do what you do. Do what you do.
Oh man, I got it, Dub. I mean, you got it. Excuse me.
No, you got it.
I'm straight, bro. I'm good.
You done already cut me off, so go ahead.
Dub, I didn't cut you off, brother. But go ahead. It's your show.
Go ahead, Piero.
Like I said, I'm good, man. I'm done with it. Go ahead.
Piero. You can't have it both ways. You can't sit here and complain about being cut off, and then I tell you go ahead, and now you don't want to go ahead. Nigga, talk.
Yeah, because I don't feel like being cut off anymore, bro. So, like I said, you got it.
I'm on mute.
It don't last, Dub. It don't last, brother. It's cool. I still love you.
All right. Can I go then? You're muted, Dub.
The reason you ain't got nothing to say is because it ain't real. You ain't got shit to say because it ain't real, nigga. Say what you gonna motherfucking say.
Who are you talking to me?
Yes, you, nigga.
No,
yes.
Like I had.
I'm talking directly to you. I'm talking directly to you. I'm talking directly to you.
Just like you're talking over me, bro.
Zero.
You don't gotta crash out. You don't gotta crash out. It's cool.
I ain't crashing out.
Yeah, you are, brother.
I'm on mute. Go ahead.
I said I'm good, bro.
All right, then you good. We ain't gotta hear nothing from you. Then shut the fuck up. What we trying to tell you?
Hey, relax, dog. Like I said, you don't gotta crash out, bro.
Well, you're talking. Now you're talking. You're talking now. You're talking now. When
I've been real respectful to you.
See.
Dub, you can't have it both ways, brother. You can't insult a person and then see. Come on, Dub. Let's be adults.
I told you go ahead. If you're not gonna go ahead, then I'm gonna talk.
I know, and I stopped. But you're you got nothing to say because this not real and this that, and the other, bro. If you really were
go ahead.
ready to build a bridge,
don't worry.
You wouldn't have came all like it and shut the fuck up.
Don't worry about what I'm saying. Don't worry about what I'm saying. Either you gonna
you can't have it both ways, Dub.
Either you gonna say what you're gonna say or you're not.
I stayed quiet, then you started talking shit.
All right,
what do you want me to say? You want me to stay quiet?
Go ahead then. Go ahead.
No, like I said, I was done. But then instead of just moving on, you started to talk shit.
All right, can I go ahead?
Hold on. No.
Nah, y'all gonna keep
all
right.
Hell no. You can't go ahead. Respect.
No. I'll go. No.
Hell no. Oh. You out of order.
I'm leaving.
You out of order.
That's
you out of order.
Peace, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
You out of order.
That's all.
You out of order. Piro.
Yes, sir.
Either you're gonna go ahead or you're not.
Like I said, I moved on, Dub. You wanted to like not
All
move
right,
on and
then.
keep talking shit.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing when I start talking.
I wasn't gonna say anything, bro. But you're like, you ain't got nothing to say because nothing you say is real. So shut the fuck up. When I was on mute. I was literally on mute.
Go back on mute.
Nah, it's cool, bro. You got it, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
Go
you
back
gotta
on
come with
mute,
it
nigga.
disrespectfully.
Go back
bro.
on mute, nigga.
Like you don't gotta come disrespectfully with it. I know
Go
it's your
back on
channel,
mute.
and you can do
Go
whatever
back
you
on
want,
mute.
bro. But
Go
you don't
back
gotta be
on mute.
disrespectful, bro.
Go
I
back
had
on
tons to
mute.
say. You want to cut me out, bro? You crashing out right now,
Go back
bro.
on mute.
You're crashing out.
I'm not crashing out.
You are, bro.
You then say what you're gonna say.
What do you think I'm doing right now?
Cut me off?
I ain't cutting you off, bro. Like literally, I was on mute. You came back on to talk shit. You didn't have to do it. I mean, I'm not saying that you didn't have to, or like, I mean, you went the way you went with it. But I mean, like, I'm gonna respond. That's all I'm saying. But like I said, I'm ruining your show more enough. I mean, long enough. I didn't mean nothing to do that. I love you, Dub. Respectfully, Lieutenant BVO. I'm out. Peace.
Hold on, I want to give you some. Damn, bro.
See, niggas started running. They started running.
I was gonna give them some people to check out.
No. They started running. Niggas want to sit here and talk, and then when you cut it, I ain't gonna say nothing. Well, if you ain't gonna say nothing, I'm gonna say something.
Nah, you understand it though, Doug. You know, some people. I get it though. You know what I mean?
Fuck them.
Nah. Fuck all that. Piro cool.
I love Piro. Piro's my brother. I love Piro.
It's just some people will always try to find some way to explain everything away. And you just gotta understand you gotta understand that there's different types of scientists. There's some scientists that are gonna hold the line no matter what. And those are the ones who are only gonna say certain things. But you gotta look for the people who are getting the real data out, you know what I mean? Who are not trying to hide shit from you. That's like even some amateur astronomers, people who they want to call them amateurs because they're not accredited by no NASA or something, but there's people out here, Dobsonian Power, Stephon Burns. There's a bunch of people out here who are just as, they're just as official as these people in these official positions. It's just they're not going to hold the paradigm. You know what I mean? They're going to put out the truth. So Dobsonian Power is a guy who has his own telescope, and he puts the coordinates that in from NASA, and he shows you while he's doing it, and you can see his damn thing getting on trajectory, and you know what I mean, dialing up, and bam.
But Cash, we sit here and we, not saying everybody. I'm looking at all these individuals. And shout out to you because hell, you put me on a lot of them. But I'm looking at all these guys. I'm looking at. I spend more, and y'all know I love boxing. I'm looking at more of the 3i shit that's going on. Nigga, the reason I can speak to it today is because I done did more research on that than I done did on any type of boxing. That's a fact. That's why I can speak to it.
Yeah, let me say this real quick. There's more research to do because there's always new data being broke down. Just like you said, it slowed down, Dub. You guys were both right. It did slow down at one point, but it also fired off something and sped up at one point.
But that's the interest. That's not normal. That's not normal.
Yes, it's definitely not normal. It's absolutely not normal. Shit.
Yo, can I see something real quick?
Go ahead.
This is the thing.
And real quick, shout out to my brother, man. If y'all don't know, man, one of the best doing it as far as and I say this respectfully, as far as videos, live stream, man, Kazi doing it better than anybody doing it, man. I don't know. Look, y'all look at the nigga Look at this shit now.
I told you. I tried to say a long time ago. When I first seen
Kazi doing it.
He knows. He's figured out how to master the prompts that you put into these things. Once you figure that out, man, you can't be fucked with. That's why I want to pay this nigga Cosmic so he can teach me how to prompt right. You know what I mean? Like,
we'll do that.
Hey, look, I done paid Kazi enough money.
Yeah.
I said it respectfully.
Shout out to the right side. I told you, bro. I sent you a whole bunch of designs. So starting with that logo, I'm gonna animate that one. I just need pictures for that. I need some, you know what I'm saying? You see the logo up top, the right side with the tuxedo? That one, you see the one, how I have it right now?
That's
Kazi, I want to pay you to teach me how to prompt. That's what I want to learn how to prompt correctly.
We'll work on that. So one thing at a time, because I'm going to go live in a little bit too. So shout out to me.
Because I've been fucking with the AI. People don't understand if there's a certain way you got to put the prompts in because the AI is going to focus on what you put first.
Man, you out of order, man. Hey. I'm gonna connect y'all behind the scenes.
And this is the only reason why, because I do follow this stuff, right? And respectfully to Purosaur, this is the thing. We do not know. Not even NASA and all the rest of these scientists. They don't know everything that's going on with this comet. So we're here to have a conversation. Even if you have your opinion, and I'm speaking to Purosaur left. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to interrupt you guys, but this is the thing, right?
No disrespect to Puro. No disrespect.
No, of course not. But the one thing is, we all of us here. And even somebody that's highly educated, you know what I'm saying? They don't know what the fuck is going on. This is why it's weird. This is why everybody's talking about it. It's on the news, you know what I'm saying? So NASA got shut down because of the government shutdown. That's weird.
Bullshit. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
So, but think about it. If you were to try to put a conspiracy theory together, right? Why did they have National Guard ready? You know what I'm saying? They were going to send them out to a whole bunch of major cities. Did you see that? Why did the government shut down? You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to attach a whole bunch of conspiracy theories, right? You know what I'm saying? Do they know? They don't want to scare the people. If they actually knew that some kind of UFO, if this was a comet or aliens, take over shit, you think they would tell the people? They don't even know what the fuck this shit is.
Now, let me say this real quick, Kazi.
Oh, hey, you got it.
They know exactly what it is. The equipment that is out there by Mars, orbiting Mars, is hella billions out of our pockets, taxpayers' money.
They could have took pictures. Hold on, Cash. They could have took pictures, and the pictures that
they did take pictures, nigga. They listen. They got the
hold on. I'm just talking about the one they told us about.
That was today, right?
They utilized the worst. They gave us the worst fucking pictures they could possibly give us in that situation. Go ahead, Cash. I apologize.
They have crystal clear pictures when this thing passed Mars, you guys. It wasn't that far from Mars. It wasn't that far from the orbiter, and it was right there. They were ready for it. They're not showing you the pictures because it would fuck the paradigm up instantly, and it'd be a lot of chaos probably right now. They're not gonna show that shit. That's why they're not showing it. And when they do show it, it's gonna be some scrubbed out shit. It's not. These are $1 billion cameras, hella billions. I don't even know how many billions this goddamn equipment's worth, but man, this ain't no goddamn Nikon. You know what I mean? This is a very sharp man. And that's why they're not showing it to you, bro. Shit. It's in a nutshell. They haven't showed you the pictures because it's not a comet. Plain and simple. They're gonna show you.
But that's the whole problem. And I'm not disagreeing with you. We agree. They had opportunities, especially when, and the most interesting thing for me is when it came close to Mars, right? When it came close to Mars, and what they tell you, 12 million miles away, whatever they want to give you, kilometers, however they want to put it out. What I'm trying to tell you is this: you had the opportunity to take pictures of this shit. We may not know exactly what it is, but the only film that you give is the motherfucker that's on Mars and a rover, that's the worst camera you got. It's the worst camera you got. And that's the one you want to tell us we need to be looking at? Nah, give us the other. See, hey, this is why I got smoke with all these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, I can. I'll give you some extra people to follow who observe the sun constantly, and they're watching the solar flares fly off, and they're tracking the directions and all that. This thing has triggered the sun to throw.
Love y'all, man. I'll catch up with y'all.
A massive solar flare where it's going to be meeting up with it coming soon. Like, a lot of shit's going on that people aren't even aware of.
Hey, real quick, shout out to my brother BVO, man. Y'all make sure I go check out BVO. BVO, he'll be live. BVO, you live tomorrow? BVO. All right, the nigga, he out. But every weekday, Monday through Thursday at least, the nigga is live 8 o'clock, you know what I'm saying, Eastern time. Y'all pull up on my brother, man. He doing a hell of a job. He done gave me multiple opportunities to talk to a lot of these guys as far as boxing go. So, man, shout out to my brother BVO. Go ahead, Cash.
There'll be nothing to argue here as soon as it comes from around the sun, because there's people, like I said, that are waiting for it to come from around the sun, and then when it gets closest to Earth, they're waiting for when it gets closest to Earth. When it gets closest to Earth, at that point, perihelion with Earth, that's when these rookie astronomers, whatever they want to call them, amateurs, that's when they're going to have pictures of this thing that are where we'll be able to tell, and there won't be nothing to argue about no more.
Man, you think when they get close to Earth, and we got to understand when it comes from behind the sun, right? This is the most interesting thing to me. I think this is when we figure out if is I think it's me personally. I already think that is being, what's the word I want to use here? A knowledgeable individual. I'm gonna put it that way. I think this is a knowledgeable being, right? If it come around the Earth and it continue, well, I think the pathway done already changed already. It done already changed. But if it come around the Earth or the sun, excuse me, I think that shit is shooting at 2 planets. I think it's shooting at 2 planets. It already had the opportunity to interact with Mars. I think it's shooting at Earth. I think it's shooting at Jupiter. That's my opinion. Right?
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay. So, this is what I believe. I believe that before there was life on Earth, there was life on Mars. Mars died. But so if this thing came from what was billions of years ago, right? So this might have thought, so you see how it's getting closer to Mars and not getting closer to Earth? What if it was from the point that it started, it believed that Mars still had life and was headed towards that? You know what I'm saying? So it sees, because like that's how we use our telescopes. We predict if there's water or any type of elements, right, in whatever solar system, stars, and that's how we try to predict if there's life on other planets. No, so if it thought that, so before it was shot out and sent here, it thought that maybe Mars had life, and that's why it's getting closer to that. But Mars died, and now it's getting closer to us.
Man, I don't think it. I think that me personally, when it came through, right? It came through, and the timing of it is interesting to me. The timing of it, first off. The second thing is that, nigga, if I have the opportunity, and once again, showing what we seen from what it did with the sun already, 9 times out of 10, And this is that one. This is the one. 9 times out of 10, every other thing we done seen coming to the sun in this pathway, you get smoked. This shit done already started giving off gas, giving off, man. That nigga said, man, hey, let me chill this motherfucker down. That's what they doing. Let me chill this motherfucker down. Man, when I get around where I want to get around to, hey, I'm gonna figure out everything I want to figure out. Hey, we done already seen that Mars ain't got shit going on. Well, let's revisit what we already put in place. Earth. Let's revisit that shit. And the way we gonna do it is, man, we gonna accept that. We gonna go around. Y'all niggas ain't gonna see us for a second. We gonna come back on the opposite side, and then we finna cook. I don't even think it's on no violent shit. I think it's on some, nigga, what we got going? What we got going around here?
Yeah, it's like the more you talk about it, the more the chances of all these things happening is like not possible, because there's more than just 3i Atlas out there, you guys. It's like 5 other objects, another interstellar one. There's one that only comes through and passes through here every 11. So you
think 3i you think 3i is just some random? You think it's some random shit?
No, you know what's crazy? Because so how long have we been able to absorb all of these comments and to actually have the full understanding that we have now? So all the 3 that have been named have been in modern times, since we've had all of these satellites and things like that. But it's been happening for hundreds of years. 100 years ago, we couldn't detect or figure out what these things are. Now we're capable of doing that. You know what I'm saying? So how do we know that it's not as frequent as we think? So it could be happening every 30, 40 years on Earth, but it happens all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the event that's about to take place with the positioning of all the planets and how it's about to restart a golden cycle, that don't happen, bro. This is like every
which golden cycle is that?
It's just look up the precession of the equinox.
Right. Okay.
Every sign, I think it's 2100 years to get through that sign, and then the next one 2100 years, the next one 2100 years. You know what I mean? And then you get to the end of it, you start all the planets get back to where they were originally, and then boom, you start another cycle over, bro. That's what's happening right now. If you look at the astrology behind it and look at where the planets are all going to be, it's going to be a grand water trine, and you're going to have these other planets opposing each other also at the same time. It's like, bro, it's a reset of they call it a golden year, but it's not a year. It's a, you know what I mean?
It ain't our year, it's their year. But hey man, shout out to both of y'all, man. Much love and respect. Man, I'm out for the night, man.
Yeah.
Hey, pull up to my other channel, Dub. I'm gonna go live in a little bit. I'm gonna show the videos of 3i Atlas and everything that's going on, and a little bit of Charlie Kirk too. Yo, homie.
All right.
I ain't gonna lie, see, cause you know I'm honest. Nigga, nigga, it's 3:42, and a nigga got shit to do.
If you can pull up, I'm jumping in the back chat. That's my second channel. There you go. If you can pull up, it's if you can't, it's all good. You good. I'll see you another time. Don't worry.
I love you, my brother. I still love you.
Thank you. Peace. Salutes, Dubs.
Peace.
Hey.
It's crazy because a nigga almost just jump out this motherfucker. Nah. We good. Shout out to my brother Haplo. Haplo in the building, man. That's my brother right there, man. That's the big homie. But man, we still and we're gonna have another show coming up. 3i Atlas, man. This shit is crazy. I can't wait to see what happens. But man, salute to everybody. Love y'all, and man, we out for the night.